Welcome in, Guilders. This is episode 12 of Exploits of the Golden Shadows, Reaching the Reliquary. I'm Timbo the Wizard. My pronouns are he, him, and I'm your humble dungeon master. We're going to dive right on in, but before we do so, I want to say thank you to our sponsor, Beard Sorcery, ! Beard in the chat. Grow a legendary beard with high-quality products. Use the link, the link there to be taken to their website to view all their fantastic products and get 15% off with code Timbo the Wizard. So let's go ahead and dive in, but before we do so, we're going to go around and introduce our lovely cast. Domino, why don't you go?
Hello, my name is Domino RBG. My pronouns are he, they. I play Cera Stormhollow, the Warlock.
Perfect. Galaxy, why don't you go next?
Hi, I'm Jess or Galaxy. You can find me on TikTok at Galaxiebot, or you can find me on YouTube at Jess Galaxy. And I am playing Melu Goodsong, the cleric.
Perfect. Raichkyu, why don't you go next?
Hey everybody, I'm Raichkyu. You can find me at twitch.tv/Raichkyu. Mine and my character's pronouns are she, her. I play Ellida. She's a wild magic sorcerer, ASMR.
Fantastic. And last but certainly not least, Mystrich.
Hello, I am Mystrich. I stream over on my own channel at twitch.tv/Mystrich. My pronouns are he, him. I am playing Brennard the Artificer. And I hope you're all ready because we had some crazy stuff happen last time.
Yeah.
Yes, and with that, would anybody like to give the recap for inspiration?
I already have one that I haven't used. Well, I think I already had one.
I also have one.
Does anybody need inspiration that wants to?
Yeah, I can do it.
Okay.
So I believe we started with speaking with Galazrial, right? Or was there something before that?
And we jumped right into that. Yeah.
Okay, I wanted to make sure I didn't miss anything at the start. Galazrial told us that he had been mugged by bandits and that they had basically he was planning on meeting them because the third party had told him, like, as long as you pay our ransom, we'll give you your stuff back. He originally was trying to get us to go with him, and we decided we were going to set up a bit of an ambush. We located the abandoned church that the brother Sanguine, yeah, you got it. Okay, there we go. Brother Sanguine was at, or Father Sanguine, and we waited there. Melu took point, Ellida hid underneath the altar, Cera and Brennard both took into the side rooms, ready to go ahead with the, like, sort of sneak attack, and a bunch of kobolds. No, it wasn't kobolds. It was.
It was kobolds.
Oh, it was kobolds. Okay, I started to think goblins because I knew it was from session 0, and then I was like, wait, no. We helped goblins fight kobolds in our session 0, which was now, like, literally a year ago.
Oh my god, it was.
So a bunch of kobolds came out, and they were like, we got the money, where's the goods? And we said, we also have the money, where's the goods? And Melu tried diplomacy first, and said, we've both been duped by Galazrial. Let's, we should figure this out and figure out who actually has what we're looking for, only for the kobolds to announce that they did recognize us from our adventures in Drome, the country of monsters. We proceeded to have a fight with them, which resulted in 2 of the kobolds actually being ogres in disguise, who then proceeded to break away, but we managed to stop all of them, but unfortunately at the cost of burning down the abandoned church. And getting into a little bit of a struggle with, not a struggle, but like a little bit of a talking to with the guards. Brennard and Cera both managed to get out of it, offering to repair, saying that they were there to repair the church, and it was the hired help that decided to try and rob us. And then Melu and Ellida went to go see Galazrial to see, what's up. They found him trying to sneak out without a word, and Melu finally said, you know what, we've had enough, and went to strike him down, but in his weakened state, he was killed. As Melu and Ellida started to panic, Melu used up their Revivify spell to bring Galazrial back, and I believe that's where we ended the session.
Yes,
Yeah.
but Galazrial was not. He was revived alive, but not unscarred. He had lost the use of one of his arms, whereas
Yeah.
Melu had done the inflict wounds on him, grabbing him. And I believe the two of them, y'all just bolted out of the alley after that, right?
We did.
I think we
left him
did.
there.
We ditched him. I cast something on him to keep him spare the dying.
Yes.
Did you bolt? Because I don't know. In my head, it was kind of more like the put on sunglasses, walk away from explosion, like
No,
power
it was
walk.
very much the horrified, oh no, what did we do? What
Yeah,
do we do?
Yeah, it
Take
was
off
like
running.
I distinctly remember Melu saying something along the lines of, "Ellida, we need to leave immediately."
Yeah,
now.
so it was a lot of probably like Melu dragging Ellida off, like, let's go, come on.
Yeah.
Excellent. Yeah. So we cut back in. So Melu and Ellida, where are y'all heading off to at this point? Y'all are making pace away from the unconscious form of Galazrial in the alley. Where do you head next?
I think once we're like a little ways away, Melu is gonna look at Ellida and be like, "We need to replace that diamond before we go back to Cera and Brennard."
Oh, fuck. Okay. Okay. Well, where do we get a diamond?
Well, so the shops, right? That makes sense. Isn't that near the Golden Dragon?
All the shops that have. Some shops gotta have a diamond. Yeah, I guess we could go there probably.
That's our best bet. We'll head back that way, and then we can try and find a jeweler or something that we can buy a diamond from. How much money do you have?
Over 300 golds right now.
Oh.
She's looking behind her also.
Good. Okay. Well, that. Okay. We should be good then. I need at least like 300 golds worth. Be able to do that again in case something happens to one of you.
Yeah. We can do that. It can come out of mine. I kind of got us into this, so I'll cover it.
No, it's okay. I'll help. It's fine. Let's just find a jeweler.
Okay.
So we're trying to find a jeweler.
Perfect. Yeah. And heading back towards the Golden Dragon in that general direction, you do kind of head from a more residential area back to like the downtown shop area, and you do see there are naturally like shop faces, shop fronts that are like you see selling jewels and jewelry and things of that nature. But you also do see there are several shops along like pop-up carts almost that are kind of selling like jewelry and wares as well, and you see that they do have like diamonds and stuff for sale that you can easily purchase from.
Okay. Melu starts to calm down a tiny bit once they see how widely available diamonds are.
Yeah, it's kind of maybe a little surprising, and then you kind of remember that diamonds and gemstones are one of the trade goods of Flamekeep. Like Thrain has high quality gemstones and the like.
Okay. Well, Melu will kind of find a place where they can procure like 300 golds worth of diamonds. Preferably like rough cut, so we're not paying more money for what the actual diamond is worth. And like as they're doing it, they're like, okay, I have 100 gold I could put towards this, and then you just give me 200, and I think we'll be okay.
I could cover I'll cover the whole thing, Melu. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
I'm positive. I'm cover the whole thing. It's fine.
I mean, it was kind of my fault too.
She just gets all her money out.
Yeah, Melu will just let her pay.
Dunking the coins, pouring them out, trying to count them.
Amazing. Go ahead and make me, Melu, as you're kind of looking around for, like, specifically uncut gems, go ahead and make me a perception check. Ellida,
Okay.
you can be assisting if you want, and Melu can take it at advantage.
Okay, yeah, we'll assist.
Okay. 15.
Yeah, you do see that there are, like, several gem cutters as well that are kind of like working on pieces in the middle of kind of town, like kind of publicly. And as you approach, you do see that they do have like a little bit of a stash kind of behind their booth. And I'll just hand away this slightly. And we'll say that you're able to purchase 300 gold worth of diamonds for, we'll say, 250.
Okay.
Add that into my inventory.
And I will subtract 250 from my... I just erased all of my gold. Why did I do that? Okay, no, we're fine. Alright, we're good. Sorry. Continue. Okay.
Once they've procured the diamonds, they kind of look at Ellida and they go, "What are we gonna say to Cera?"
Just kind of like looks just pale for a second. Pale blue, because she's still blue at this point. I don't know. I have no idea.
Okay. Alright.
I mean, we don't need to tell her, right? I mean, we don't...
He is alive, technically. We can
Oh,
tell
God,
him that we just took the bag back.
I'm not gonna be able to hide it from Cera.
No, neither am I.
We're just gonna have to wing it, Melu.
Okay.
Ugh. Okay. Let's just get it over with.
Okay,
I can't.
okay. Yeah,
I feel like I'm gonna throw up.
We'll just be honest, that's probably the best choice.
Okay, let's go.
I'm sorry I did that, by the way.
You don't need to apologize for anything. I'm sorry you know, everything.
No, it's not your fault. I mean, I really didn't mean to kill him. I really thought he was a little more sturdy than that.
No, that's the kind of thing that happens when you're got the ability to lead a whole group of people, but you have, like, nothing to show for it. You seem stronger than you really are. But, no,
That
in
makes
his...
sense.
In his case, he's like literally the wimpiest guy I've ever seen in my life.
Well, clearly, that wasn't a very powerful spell that I used.
I know, you had no way of knowing, so it's not your fault. And but I think we should just go back to the inn.
Okay, let's go back to the inn. I can't forget to take my plant. Let's go.
Okay.
Like, visibly trying to steal themselves.
Amazing. And with that, we'll cut back over to Cera and Brennard. So y'all have just managed to convince the, basically talk down the guards. What do you do in this moment?
So Brennard is gonna head inside, and he's going to start trying to see if any of the, like, church pews that were burning can be salvaged and how damaged everything is on the inside.
Sure, yeah. Several pews on, like, the left side where the fire kind of began are definitely damaged beyond repair, but a lot of the pews on the right side are definitely salvageable. The damage in the church, again, the left side where the fire started, it is more badly burnt than the other side. It hadn't had a chance to spread fully to that half, but it adding to the general disrepair of the conditions of the church beforehand, and as well as the addition of multiple holes in the side, like where the ogre, or where the ogre where it ran through the wall, for example.
Mm-hmm.
It's in a pretty rough state right now.
All right. After surveying it, he's probably gonna start. He's probably gonna start with the wall where the hole is, and kind of start placing down the bricks and then using mending to sort of reattach the I guess it wouldn't be concrete, but whatever it would be that's like holds them together normally, and kind of reassembling that wall if he can.
Yeah, absolutely. And like, there's bits and pieces scattered throughout the building, but with mending, you're able to like repair chunks and pieces into building material, and then use that building material to rebuild the wall. So yeah, how long are you planning on working at this for?
Pretty much until Cera stops him.
Okay, so
my
what's Cera doing?
gosh. Well, I guess Sarah's just probably going through the coin purse that she picked up off of the Cobalt leader, divvying that into a neat, even 125 gold coins each, and separating those into smaller pouches. And she's gonna walk over to Brennard and, take stock of his work and maybe let out a whistle. She's kind of impressed. Like, just always watching Brennard work is fascinating, especially how quickly and how quality his work is. And Cera goes, I think I'm gonna head back to the Golden Dragon. You don't do this for too long. I know how you can get wrapped up in your work.
No,
Also,
not too long at all. I just gotta. I'll probably have to go buy some lumber though, because the pews aren't. I don't think I can fix those up.
Remember, Brennard, we have something to do this evening, so.
Yeah. Just a couple hours.
All right, just a couple hours. Also, here's something from our Cobalt friend, and she holds out a pouch to him.
He'll reach out for it, kind of almost half absent-mindedly, like he's looking at the wall to make sure there's no real big holes or gaps that he hasn't been able to figure out where the right stone fits.
Yeah, that about checks. Sarah's going to start walking away, but over her shoulder she calls back, "Remember, Brennard, just a couple of hours."
Yep, just a couple hours.
If you wanted to, Sarah, you could even give him the communicator, the scratch.
Ooh, yeah, that's a good idea. She's like, I'm gonna leave this with you just in case. So, just in case it takes a little bit longer, I can get in touch with you.
All right, sounds good.
All right, cool. And she's gonna head back to the inn.
That was so much more wholesome than what Ellida and Melu were doing.
Well,
Perfect.
we
Yeah,
didn't murder a person, so.
I'm aware.
this is also very true. I think like so with with Ellida and Melu off doing their little shopping escapade. Even with the distance between the slums and the Golden Dragon, I think Cera arrives there first, but not by very much timing. I think she's probably just kicking her shoes off in the room when Melu and Ellida bust in.
Yep.
Yep. Hi,
What does Sarah see as Elu and Melito come into the room?
Yeah, what does Sarah see?
Melu's antlers have grown slightly. No, I feel like Melu is like visibly paled a little bit. In more in the anticipation of talking to Cera about this than like actually about anything that they did leading up until this point.
Honestly, since Ellida's blue and Melu's purple, they're probably getting close to the same shade.
It's hilarious.
Probably.
Ellida just looks sick. She's like, I want to throw up. I need.
Melu just immediately gets her like a wastebasket or like a bucket, something.
Sarah's just watching this happen. And she goes, you two took a detour. You alright?
Well, we did. We had to. Where do I even start? And they start just rubbing their temples.
I killed Galazrial.
But we brought him back to life. He's not dead currently. He was dead though.
Okay. Oh,
Melu holds up the bag. I got the thing we needed, though.
We got the diamond.
No. This is the angel thingy.
Oh. And the diamond.
And I have diamonds. We replaced the diamond that we used to revivify Galazrial.
We also got the Crimson map.
I pull out the map next. Oh, and this map that Brennard was really interested in.
He had the bag the whole time.
He did. He had the bag the whole time. Something didn't feel right, so we went back there to talk to him.
And he was already leaving.
He was running away with the bag. I could see the bag. Like he
had
was
the
so
bag!
obviously that he messed with us and he set us up for that situation.
So stupid.
Sarah's just kind of like standing there looking at them both with a mix of shock and awe on her face. And she's just going to let them keep rambling for a while, because clearly they just have like a bunch of stuff to get out.
Yeah. Melu's like, and he had the bag, and like he let us just walk into that situation with the kobolds, and we all got hurt. And I was so angry at him, I wasn't even thinking, and I only cast a first level spell. Or, not levels, but I didn't cast a very powerful spell.
But then you kind of like, you're incinerated his arm a little. His arm. No arm. Missing arm.
Even know that I could do that with that spell.
I guess he was already pretty hurt in the first place, but...
Mm-hmm.
He's so weak and he tricked us.
I was just so mad.
Again!
He hurt our friends.
Are either of you still hurt?
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm
nothing.
just gonna try and sit down for a little while.
Yeah, Melu, you need to rest.
I could heal you if you wanted.
Well, we've got a little bit of time, so maybe we should hold on to that just in case.
Okay.
They do start visibly like taking their armor off so that they can like sit and try to relax a little bit.
So you killed Galazrial.
Yeah.
He's one less arm now.
Mm-hmm.
And alive.
So it sounds like you taught him a very powerful and painful lesson.
Accidentally, but yes.
Yes. Yes. That's what we did.
Both seem very frazzled.
I mean, I'm okay.
I mean, I really didn't mean to do that, and I felt bad because it should have really been Ellida's kill. It should have been Ellida's choice to do it. I didn't mean to do it. And it wasn't like Ellida asked me to do it either. I just kind of did it because I was mad at him and I didn't really think he would die from just a basic little spell.
Sounds like you were more than mad because you're pretty good at gauging someone's health. And I think had you been in a clearer state of mind, you would have known that a strong wind would have knocked him over.
Yeah, I mean, you're right. I was in a lot of pain. Melu also probably like visibly has some like acid like burns.
Yeah, just like
and stuff. Like,
It wasn't your fault, Melu. You didn't know. It wasn't your fault.
I didn't mean to.
Of course you didn't know. It's fine.
It's okay. Cera is going to she's gonna take a rag and like dip it in like a water basin, and I think she's going to just like do what she can to just kind of like help ease some of Melu's pain.
Melu accepts that.
And she's like, Ellida, I think you should take a seat too.
Oh. Right. She's like just standing there holding the bucket that
standing
Melu
there
gave her.
holding a fucking waste bin.
Like, ah. She's gonna sit down on the floor.
Yeah, I think Melu is sitting on the bed.
Yeah, Sarah's going to sit next to her. Sit next to them. Sorry, and just
You're
like, yeah, just start dabbing at some of these acid burns, and she's just like, yeah, okay, you guys just went on a whole other adventure in that time frame. Honestly, the real question is, did anybody see you?
I don't think so.
I hope not.
Well, there was the guy at the receptionist that we asked about him, and
Yeah.
oh fuck.
Well, we had been there
Well-
earlier and he didn't get hurt, so it's not like.
Yeah, it's I'm more asking, did anybody see you to assault an injured man?
I don't think so. We were in an alleyway, so it Melu's like, okay, so originally what we did was I hold person Tim and we took the bag from him.
Mhm.
And I
then
dragged him into the alley.
And then Ellida dragged him into an alley. So I don't think anyone saw us necessarily attacking him in any way. And really, reasonably, all I did was reach out and touch him.
Yeah.
That touch
Well, yeah.
did some necrotic, spicy magic to him.
Well, that
But-
would explain why he's less unarmed.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
But I don't know if someone with an untrained eye would necessarily see it and know that I was attacking him.
Possibly not.
We also kind of saved his life at the same time, so.
I'm assuming you revivified him.
I did.
Hence why you went and bought another 300 gold pieces. I mean, 300 gold worth of diamonds. And
Yes.
that was important to tell me.
But we got it for 250.
Yeah, we did, and I covered it. It's fine.
We got it. We got a good deal at least.
Yeah.
It's a great deal. Okay. Okay. Well, you two should get some rest. We've got plans this evening. Also, I've got another 125 gold for each of you.
Oh,
Oh. Okay.
considering we just had to buy the diamonds again.
Yeah.
But, maybe each of you should go, I don't know, bathe, relax, and we'll reconvene in the evening.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where's Brennard?
Yeah, where is Brennard?
He's still working on the church.
What?
Why?
It's Brennard. He likes to work on things.
That's a good point, actually.
I'll get in touch with him if he goes too long.
Actually, know how he is.
Yeah,
Gets real zoned in on stuff.
he does.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes he disappears into the workshop for hours.
Yeah, it's like he's not even there anymore.
Yeah, and he gets so quiet too, except for the tool noises.
And his eyes are just so
Passion.
intense.
Yeah.
It's truly what he loves in this world.
Oh,
It is.
that's so nice.
All right, you two, go freshen
Yeah.
up.
Okay.
You're right. We'll go wash our faces and stuff.
Amazing. Yeah.
Outing.
Is there a bathhouse?
Yeah. So y'all are kind of hanging out at the dragon, hanging out in the room, and relaxing, kind of kind of trying to relax the best you can over the course of this hour. Go ahead and take the benefits of a short rest as y'all are relaxing here. How long do you all hang out for before going and meeting up with Gronch? What's the plan?
Well, we did agree to meet up with Gronch in the evening, so probably so probably about like 4 or 5-ish. We'll get the group together and we will make our way to Gronch's with our quote unquote costumes in tow, so that we can escort him to Flamekeep.
Sure, yeah. Did anybody want to have any scenes in this, like 3 or 4 hour period of relaxation and preparation before heading to the mission, or shall we just jump to heading over to Gronch's shop?
I think we can jump, but I just wanted to say I managed to roll 30 on my hit dice total and got all the way back up to my max.
Nice.
Damn.
Yeah, I got real lucky.
Go.
That's all though.
You love to see it.
You love to see it.
All right, amazing. So I assume using Ellida's sending stone, y'all send a message to Brennard to that it's time.
Like, hey, buddy, you've been working too long. Come on.
Yeah.
So yeah, Brennard will probably get the message. He's probably fixed up the wall and also made sure the door is back on the hinges since he can fix most of those with mending. And I assume he's probably tried to buy, if there's somewhere nearby, like a Yield Home Depot, some wood in order to like try and match the like design on any of the pews.
Yeah, sure. I think there definitely would be. You're kind of in the industrial side of town, so you definitely would be able to find some lumber of the type that the pews are made out of. Definitely, and they're willing to sell it to you for like a few gold for like a big old haul. Like it's you maybe subtract like 5 gold for all the lumber you'd buy.
Perfect. Cera gave me 125 gold.
Oh, I need to put my gold in my thing.
Amazing. And yeah, you've made great progress over the course of these like 4 or 5 hours. Like you said, the walls are completely mended up. The doors are back on its hinges. You've started working on like the pews and fixing those up, the fire damage and the like. It's really come along in a short period of time. You've got like maybe a few people like kind of like watching you at this point. Definitely, like there are a few of the like travelers nearby that are just kind of like amusedly watching as you're like working very diligently on the shirt.
All right, so yeah, once he gets the call, he'll probably bring the stuff inside, anything he's still working on, and then head back to the inn to join the others.
Perfect, excellent, yeah, and the sun is like kind of cresting downward. It's kind of setting at this point, and the shadows are long as y'all kind of meet up in the Golden Dragon kind of restaurant area. Like Brennard walks up as the 3 of y'all are kind of waiting for him.
Okay. Trainer. The
Hey,
church.
Brennard.
Oh, hey. It's doing pretty good, tried to get it pretty cleaned up, still needs some work, though. I thought it would be harder to replicate, but they had pretty simple woodwork in there, so might need to step it up so it looks nicer.
Yeah.
Wow, wait in. All right, go ahead, Brennard. The old Home Depot. Yeah. Sarah's like, we should get moving.
Question for Melu: did you take the potted plant?
Oh, are we like leaving the inn? Like we're not coming back?
We may not come back.
Yes, they are 100% sneaking that potted plant out of the inn.
Sure. I mean, it's not a very large potted plant, though it has grown like a little bit since your kind of trance ritual with it. But you're able to like shove it into your bag and kind of like
I mean,
tuck it down
Do
a
you
little
want to
bit.
shove
Yeah.
it into my bag of holding?
Once we're like talking about this, Melu will be like, "Will it be okay in there?"
Yeah, it should be fine. I mean, like,
Boys.
it's gonna need sunlight, but like, we're not gonna leave it in there.
Okay. They'll reluctantly hand over the potted plant to be put into the.
Goodbye, Frank. Safe travels.
All I can picture is the potted plant from Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
We're gonna learn that this potted plant that Melu has taken it's just Groot. I am Groot.
That's our pet. That's
it's our
the pet we all wanted.
Yeah.
You can't call another sentient thing a pet. It's rude.
I mean, dogs are sentient.
Yeah.
Sentient and smart.
Okay.
I mean, have you seen my boy?
Hamilton's
I
very
have.
smart.
I have met him.
It's true.
So yes, we go to meet up with Gronch. Everybody has their cloaks, correct?
Yes.
I have both of my cloaks.
You're not wearing that ugly thing.
It's in the bag. It's in my bag. That's your bag.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Actually,
Ellida, if you had put the cloak into your bag, you're actually wearing it.
like the ugly one.
Yeah.
At the same time as the other one.
Well, if you had tried to take it off, you would have found that you were wearing it still.
What? Oh no. This thing's been cursed this whole time?
Are you
Yeah,
saying?
never really
we
came
just-
up, to be honest.
We just kind of needed like Ellida to remember that she had this thing.
Oh no.
Wait. So I'm blue and.
And in this real ugly cloak.
Oh my god!
I'm amazed and astounded.
This is the greatest callback ever.
God.
Oh no!
It's what you
Oh.
want.
You could put the black cloak over the ugly cloak.
I mean, that's what I'm gonna do regardless. But underneath it,
Oh, you're not going to try and take it off again?
She's gonna try and take it off. Unsuccessfully, I'm assuming.
Yeah, if you try to take it off and put it back in the bag, it's back on you, like immediately. Between like everybody blinks and it's back.
Oh,
What
good.
the? What is happening? What is happening?
Hey, Brennard, do you think you can cast a detect magic on that thing again?
Yeah, and he'll pull out the wand and like aim it at Ellida and try to vibe check it.
Sure, what spell are you casting?
So I have a wand of detect magic. Sorry.
And that just lets you cast detect magic.
Yep.
And detect magic just tells you what type of magic it is, right?
Yes, but it gives you. Let me just bring this up because it's like every round you concentrate, you get a little bit more. So it's detect magic. I would like to get the spell description, please.
I've got it here.
Okay,
So for the
perfect.
duration, you sense the presence of magic within 30 feet of you. If you sense magic in this way, you can use your action to see a faint aura around any visible creature or object in that area that bears magic, and you learn its school of magic, if any. But the spell can be penetrated by most barriers, etc. But that's not relevant right now.
All right.
So Looking at it, you learn that the magic is illusion magic still.
Why can't I get it off of me?
Well,
There's a couple of reasons why that might be happening.
Ellida, you've never noticed that it just pops back on whenever you try to take it off?
I never really put it on before.
Oh.
Where'd you to go for your? I assume you've told Brennard this. Have you told Brennard the story, by the way, or no?
Yeah. We
Feel
well,
like
Cera
someone
will
did.
have filled. Cera will have filled Brennard in.
Okay. First of all, you should have just let him die. He's been a thorn in our side. But second of all,
I know, Brennard. I know.
Ellida was upset, so
where did you buy that gemstone?
What does that have to do with my?
It's very important.
The diamonds?
Yeah.
From one of the vendors on the street.
All right, can you take me there?
Sure. And Melu will just start leading him to where they bought it.
All right. When they get there, Brennard would like to buy a pearl worth at least 100 gold pieces.
Ah.
Sure. Absolutely.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and that's easy for you to buy.
Okay. Then once we get back, Brennard will lift the pearl up and kind of stare through it at Ellida, and I will cast Identify.
Okay, so I'm looking at identify the properties and how to use them. So, okay, so you find out all the information that Ellida already has about the cloak, that it can be used to invoke disadvantage on an attack roll against them as a bonus action, or as a reaction rather. But you also find out that the object is cursed, and if the wearer attempts to doff it or take it off, it appears back on them. It's a needy cloak.
Okay. Does it have any negative side effects besides that?
Other than it being atrocious, no.
All right. Listen, this is a very, I almost wonder if this is the cloak seems to like you a lot. You ever have when you were a little kid, did you ever have like a blanket you really liked, Ellida?
It's just like staring at it with a pout.
Yeah, so you're like the safety blanket for this cloak.
I don't want to be the safety blanket for this.
Well,
cloak.
that's not your choice, so.
I'm blue, also Brennard. I'm blue, and I have this.
I can't help with that.
Are you saying that I'm stuck like this forever?
I just told you I can't help with you being blue. I'm just saying that this cloak is very.
Cloak?
It's needy.
Oh, I could maybe help with both of these, but not until tomorrow.
Melu,
Look.
you gotta save your. Yeah,
Ellida.
Cera.
Breathe. Big... Okay. Yep. Big breath in. Big breath out. Number one, remember, we can fix the blue thing. It's just going to take a little bit of time, okay? Two, the cloak. We can get that fixed too. It's going to be okay.
It's so ugly.
It is, however...
You were already wearing it anyway.
And as Brennard said, there can be some advantages to having it. And the good news is, you can put another cloak on top of it. I know you're going through a lot right now. I get that. And I really want to thank you for doing your best to really keep it together and to just continue to try and see things through. But I do need you to just hold it together for a little bit longer, okay?
Okay,
Okay. You got this.
I got this.
You
I'm
got
ugly,
this.
but I got this.
Yeah.
Work
I mean,
it.
you're not ugly. You're not. The cloak just is.
Also, blue is a wonderful shade on you. I mean, look, you almost match Melu now.
Yeah, they're
Aw.
purple. Why does it matter that you're blue?
We're both cool toned.
Aww. Yeah. Okay. Let's keep going. We probably shouldn't waste any more time.
And besides,
You're
you
right,
needed
actually.
a cloak on anyway to hide the blue face, so this kind of all works out.
Blue face, baby.
Yeah.
Also,
Blue
nice.
group.
Identified doesn't use up that pearl.
Oh, nice. Now you just have
Yeah.
a pearl.
You just need the pearl.
Ah,
Alright. Now we go to meet up
No.
with Gronch.
Now we go.
Realized I hadn't made a handout for the ugly cloak, so I've gone ahead and done so. And it's over in the items handouts now.
Dude cannot top the cloak.
Thank you, Timbo.
Here's the thing. That also means that somehow Ellida attuned herself with this cloak without even realizing it. That's a different discussion for a different day.
So this is and this is an editor's note. This is actually the cloak that Ellida found all the way back in episode 1.
Yep.
In the lab. Yep.
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 I've spent a lot of time with it.
Ooh. But since this requires attunement, we should probably clarify, because you can only have 2 items attuned, right?
You can have 3.
Oh, okay, never mind. I was
I
going to
got
say,
3!
which
I got all fucking
shard?
What were you about to say, Miss?
Oh, because I knew Ellida had 2 shards, so I wasn't sure which one
Mm-hmm.
she was attuned to. So I was just going to clarify which one, in case it came up later, because I don't know if Elida's actually used either shard.
He has not, because I keep forgetting about them, and also
Well, now you have a
What?
cloak you can't forget about.
because it's on me. I mean, she probably
just
has
on
the
you.
shards on a necklace, probably.
Here's the thing. We can get that curse dispelled at some point. That's whatever.
But then you'll have to deal with the cloak being sad, maybe. Anyways.
Oh!
Oh no.
Anyways, so y'all don your dark cloaks. Some of y'all double cloaking, and y'all head off towards the towards Gronch's bookstore. The
Double close
Summoning
up on
scroll,
a
I
Tuesday
believe?
afternoon.
Yes.
yeah, it's luckily it's getting quite a bit cooler in the evening, but yeah, the summoning scroll. That's it. But yeah, y'all are sweating a little bit as you'll make your way to the very close quarters bookstore, where you find Gronch. It's kind of the end of the day, and he's actually just walking up to the storefront to flip over the sign from open to close when he sees you, Cera, walking up in the front.
Oh, hello there.
He like kind of huffs his draconic like form, like kind of like doing like a kind of inflating like as he like takes a deep breath before letting it out, and he opens the door and like gestures y'all to come inside, and then after y'all do so, he just shuts it and locks it.
Hello, Gronch. Your entourage has arrived.
Right. This isn't gonna take very long, right? Like the plan is that once we get in, you'll just kind of make your way in further, right?
That is correct.
He looks like uncomfortable, like he looks kind of anxious, but he says, "Okay, give me 10 minutes. I've got to go get the object." And he'll move on.
Lean over to Cera.
Gronch, he's really
Object?
not so bad.
Wait, but what is he going to get?
Oh, a scroll, dear.
That makes sense. Interesting.
few moments pass in this kind of eclectic shop. It's again very tight knit. The like stacks of books piled high to the ceiling, very tight rows to walk through. It's kind of claustrophobic, and the smell of like musty books and parchment is pretty heavy in the air. But
Oh
a few
yeah,
moments
Sarah's
pass-
like, this is where I got your presents from, by the way.
Oh,
Can Ellida look for any books on
On what?
on dispelling things? On dispelling curses?
Oh my goodness.
Sure, go ahead and make me a investigation check.
Okay.
oh my god.
I mean, we're around a lot of books. Why not? An investigation? Ah.
Sure.
Oh my god! That means I got a 20 because I have the -1.
Yes, you crit. Nice. Yeah, looking around the shop, you do see that there are like lots of different tomes and in this store, and kind of arranged into different sections. And you find that there is like a whole section about dispelling magic in Gronch's bookstore. Looking through it though, it seems like with curse in mind, you kind of start looking through that kind of section, and you find that like most of the time, if the object isn't incredibly powerful, like if you've received a curse from an object, normally something as simple as like a remove curse spell will do the trick, unless it's something malevolent or sentient or something like that. Then that might be a little bit trickier. But if it's just like a cursed item, usually dispel curse. Is that the right spell? Dispel curse.
Remove
curse.
Remove curse.
Usually remove curse is enough.
Do I find anything about me being blue curse?
I'm gonna say on that front, no, because you're even with the natural 20 with the 19, I'm gonna say no, because like you are a pretty rare being with a wild magic sorceress, so like even with the nat 20, you're unable to find like other recollections of such a thing, at least in Gronch's bookstore.
Sounds good. Okay.
All right. Anybody else do anything?
Melu is like worriedly asking about whether or not Brennard actually thinks the plant will be okay in his bag of holding.
I mean, like,
That's so cute.
it's kind of the same as being inside.
Okay.
Isn't that a void in there?
It's technically a portal to the ethereal plane.
Yeah.
Is there oxygen?
Yes.
Is there?
Yeah, living beings can exist on the ethereal plane just fine.
Wait, I thought it was the. Wait, how do bag of holdings work? Melu doesn't
Oh god.
know. I assumed
Ethereal,
it was.
or is it astral? Whoops,
I thought
which
it was
plane
astral.
I
Oh.
think it's astral, but either way, I'm sure a plant can survive a little bit.
Okay.
A
think
little
we-
bit.
I
Didn't
think
we go?
technically
We went to the
it's
astral
not.
plane, didn't we?
I think technically it's not the astral plane. I think it's just a pocket dimension. But if you pierce it, then all the stuff goes into the astral plane.
That makes sense.
And breathing creatures can survive in the bag up to a number of minutes equal to 10 divided by the number of creatures, after which they begin to suffocate.
So yeah, one plant's fine.
Wait, and also, plants don't breathe oxygen.
That's true. They breathe carbon dioxide.
They
Yeah,
do.
so we can just blow in the bag every once in a while. It'll be fine.
All
Oh
right.
my gosh.
Well, I mean, I would assume that if there's a breathable atmosphere, this is way in the weeds. If there's a breathable atmosphere in the bag of holding, then I assume it's not a pure oxygen atmosphere, because then you would die from that, right? So
We're all
I assume
prepped
it's
for the sci-fi action of
Yep.
Spelljammer.
Spelljammer, yeah.
Oh my gosh. We'll cover that at a later date. Oh.
Yep.
But yeah, I think the plant's gonna be okay in there. It's got a breathable atmosphere inside of the bag, so it should be fine.
Yeah, it'll be.
is
it's
fine.
Jess as a player, happy hand waving it away. Melu still concernedly asking Brennard for like 5 minutes.
Okay, for one clarification, just because it is important, because it's which objects blow up when you put them inside each other. Bag of holding is non-dimensional space. Handy haversacks and portable holes are extra-dimensional spaces.
Oh.
And when they touch, they explode into a black hole.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah.
I love that loophole. But yeah, so Gronch exits the back. He's carrying he's got like a large kind of scroll canister, almost like a poster-sized canister, kind of strapped to his back, and he's got like a little bit kind of fancier attire on, and he says, make sure you keep your hoods up and lower on your face to make sure nobody spots you.
Okay. I have a question about something. Could I have transferred all of my stuff to Galazrial's bag?
Yeah. Yes. You want to use his bag instead?
Yeah.
Yeah. Sure.
But I also have Sarah's bag inside the bag. Because I want to give it to her back to her at a later time.
Yeah. That I think that's more than fine. You could have totally done that over the course of the short rest too.
Okay, I do need to have a conversation about this backpack with Sarah at a later time. So I will keep the backpack with me so I can have that conversation later.
Okay.
All right, beautiful. Yeah, and with that, Gronch will kind of he will head out of the shop and like wait for you all to exit and then lock it up behind.
Melu looks at Cera and is like, how do you know this person?
Mutual friend.
Oh.
It's a
Okay.
small world.
Truly it is, isn't it, Gronch?
What? Yeah. We've known each other for all of about. How long has it been?
Melu looks at Cera deeply concerned.
Right. Gronch and Cera have known. Oh my gosh, has it even been like a full day yet?
It's been like
Yes,
2
yes,
days?
it's been a full day. It's been a couple of days.
Funny.
Yes. Well, Gronch and I met each other personally just a few days ago, but we do have like I said, mutual friend. And because of said mutual friend, Gronch was willing to do a favor for us. So everybody say thank you to Gronch.
Thank you, Gronch.
Thank you, Gronch.
Thanks, Gronch. Can I ask for another favor, maybe, Gronch?
I guess. What do you? I mean, I'm doing a pretty big favor for you now. What is it that you need or want?
Do you know how to remove curse? By any chance?
No, I don't have that kind of training.
Okay, never mind.
Ellida's just sweating into
Yeah, she's waiting.
two cloaks and is blue.
It's hot.
It's getting cooler. The sun's, it's lowering. It'll be fine.
Roasty
So
toasty.
we're making our way downtown, walking fast,
Faces past.
Faces pass. And I'm
and
homebound.
we're Flamekeep bound.
Yes.
Do-do-do-do-do-do-do.
Amazing. And with that, y'all head kind of up to a section of the high-end shops where there is like kind of a bit of a bridge between this section of Upper Flamekeep and Flamekeep proper. It is a drawbridge, and it is currently up. But Gronch, he walks up to the booth and he flashes what appears to be some kind of writ or pass, and the to which the person operating the booth salutes, and then they get working on operating the bridge, which is lowered, and y'all are led into Flamekeep proper. Which as like kind of y'all are walking in the city or the view of Flamekeep from a distance really doesn't do it justice as you kind of walk up to it, especially in the setting sun. It's a gleaming, glowing building. The silvers and golds of it lighting up as y'all are walking in, and it's a towering place. It's massive as y'all are kind of making your way in. You see Gronch, like y'all get to the opposite side, and at which point Gronch kind of pulls y'all into a small kind of alcove off to the main side of the courtyard, and he goes, "All right, you said you were heading towards the Silver Flame proper, right?"
Yes.
Yes.
He kind of leans out towards and points towards down the middle of the corridor into the into what is clearly like the main central jewel building of this island. And he goes, the flame is kept in there. That's probably where your best luck to have it. I'm going this other direction to the primary lore keeper's office. So I think this is where we part ways. You said you have your own way out.
Yes, we do.
All right, I'm gonna have to trust that that's gonna be it. Remember, and if you get caught, I don't know you.
What's your name again?
Exactly. Goodbye. And he walks off.
Melu was amid saying Gronch, like really confused.
Oh. His name is.
You're like, oh, right, sorry.
All right, but as you've kind of been walking up Flamekeep, this area, it's quite large. I'm almost picturing Vatican-esque, and so like as you kind of been making your way up, the sun is kind of set fully, and it's kind of dark now. Y'all are kind of cloaked in the shadows. The torches are lit in the area, and your dark cloaks are helping keeping you stealthy. What do you do in this moment?
Man, feel like we should do an investigation for any obvious traps along our way to Flame. Investigation, baby.
Sure.
Whoa.
Yeah, absolutely. Go ahead and roll me investigation. People are looking out, and everybody go ahead and roll me. Well, I'll wait until people are deciding where they're heading. So Sarah is rolling investigation. Is anybody else like taking a look around?
I think Melu is just keeping a very close eye on, is there anyone behind us following us? Has anyone seen us? Is there anyone else around?
Okay, go ahead and make me a perception check then. Okay. Okay. And what about Brennard? What's Brennard doing in this one?
Always.
I'm a normal one.
I think Brennard's also just kind of trying to keep like a low profile and keep an eye out, like, you know, kind of like the anxious, like looking around, almost trying to figure out like trying to act what he thinks is stealthy. Does that make sense?
Sure. Yeah. Absolutely. Go ahead and make me a perception check as well as you're keeping an eye out.
Yeah. Where's my sheet go? There we go. Perception.
Doing great, everybody.
Listen,
It's,
Brennard
it's
has minus
quiet.
1. He's oblivious.
He's trying.
It's a pretty quiet night out on the in Flamekeep right now. Sarah and Ellida, y'all don't notice any traps like leading between you and the and Flamekeep proper, like where the silver flame is being held. And Melu and Brennard, y'all are keeping an eye out, and you do notice there are like a couple of folks, like, you know, just walking around, but they appear to be like clergy people. They're kind of dressed in the classic robes, and are either praying or kind of involved in something. Some of them are talking to each other, but you don't get the sense that anybody has really noticed you all just yet.
Well,
I believe we should keep moving forward then towards Flamekeep proper. Let's try and stick to the shadows so that we are not easily seen.
Yeah.
that's a good idea.
All right, amazing. Everybody go ahead and roll stealth rolls.
Oh no.
another one Brennard is amazing at.
Okay.
Oh my god!
Let's go.
Ellida.
Ah!
Every time, I feel like anytime we roll stealth, it's specifically Ellida in the group.
Well, I'm by myself.
She
I'm
had
fine,
that one
right?
time by herself.
Yeah, no, it's only when you're in the group. Like it's
Right now, she is in a Technicolor Dreamcoat and bright blue, so
reasonable.
But she's got a black cloak over that.
Yeah.
Quick question for Melu: are you at disadvantage due to armor, or are you at normal?
It does not say I'm at disadvantage. I
Great.
think I just have a subtract to my dexterity for my armor.
Okay. Yeah, okay, so I mean, even with the 7 from Ellida, y'all rolled pretty well though. Like so yeah, I mean the average is like 15, I think. That's really good. Yeah, y'all rolled very well. So keeping each other like in check and like watching out for one another, y'all creep your way into Flamekeep. Like I think there's maybe a moment when like y'all are like creeping from bush to bush that are like kind of flanking this courtyard, keeping out of the torchlight. And there's maybe like a moment when like Ellida is kind of stood upright a little bit, and like a lantern light is about to sweep over her from one of these guards that's walking around, and Cera just like pulls her down and into like the bushes, like ducking her out of the lamplight and just totally avoiding it, and just kind of that's kind of like the various ways that y'all are keeping each other in check as y'all make your way up. And you find yourself in the building proper. It's a semicircular room, just a regular circular room, the center of which has a large flame pit, and the fire that glows and crackles within is a large silvery flame that goes easily 6-7 feet tall in height, and the base of the flame pit is probably at least like 10-15 feet in diameter, yeah. And sorry, at the edges of the room, after like if the entry point is kind of to the south of the room, that you do see that there are kind of like stairways inset into the ground along the edges of the circles. But you see that there is like almost like construction barricades set up on either side.
Well, there's construction?
I look up over one of the barricades.
Yeah, looking over the barricade, it looks like it kind of leads down into a curved passage that heads off, like following, almost as if the circle continued underground, right? It's kind of like following that path. And if you look over both barricades, it's kind of the same, curving in opposite directions.
Construction barricades are a great way to keep people out of places. They don't necessarily question whether construction is happening or not.
Kind of thinking maybe that's where we should head.
Yeah.
Agreed. Brennard?
yeah, I'm in agreement too.
Excellent. Yeah, and stepping over the barricade and past like small pieces of rubble that have kind of been fallen onto the ground, y'all make your way down. It curves downward into the ground about 50 or so some odd feet following this curve, before it levels out flat. And you come to what would be the most northern section of that initial circle, right? Like if you would come in the south side, you would find yourself on the north side, down beneath. And in front of you all, you see a mural of 12 angels that are all kind of lined up along the wall, and sticking out from it, and the place of each angel, they're each kind of like holding out a stone hand, almost expectantly. But you do see one of the angel murals is missing from the wall.
Melu will be like, Ellida, the thing that we got in Galazrial's bag.
Hmm?
The fresco.
Yes. she's gonna take it out.
Yeah, and it looking at it and the adjoining and the matching it up, it's like a puzzle piece, and it looks like it would definitely fit in snugly.
Okay. And so arrange the Trinity and speak the prayer in the Holy Tongue.
I think I know Celestial.
Cera looks at Ellida.
Did I find out what the Holy the prayer was? I
You
don't know what
did.
it
You found out what the prayer was when you did your stealth mission. Yeah.
What was it?
I can't remember 100% what it was. Do you wanna come up with what it was?
I guess so.
Well, we also have to offer something up as well, don't we?
Well, because you said that there's a
Yeah.
missing piece where the. Wait, offer something up. Sorry, I'm looking at my notes.
Yeah, and you know that the Holy Trinity in older times, they referred to light, heat, and ash, and the three angels, Ramiel, Yaphael, and Koretha. The angel mural that you had was the angel mural for Ramiel.
Screams in geometry.
Not the Ava reference.
Sorry, I'm just reading my notes real quick. Soul, body, and mind, light, heat, and ash.
Right. Yes. Soul, body, and mind is the new modern version of the Trinity, but the old version that I referred to is is light, heat, and ash. Yeah.
Okay. And so there's a place, obviously, that is ahead that is where Ramiel goes.
Yes. There's like 12 distinct angels kind of carved into the wall with their hands kind of outstretched, palms up, like expecting something to be deposited there. And this section where you recognize that the chunk of mural that you have is clearly Ramiel, and it fits right into that section of the wall. Yes.
Oh my gosh! Did I get anything about what we needed to offer? Did I see anything about that, or is not? No.
I mean, other than the association of what the original Trinity meant, no. But I think that was kind of the implication, right?
Okay.
So we need to offer light, heat, and ash?
Is
Interesting.
kind of what it sounds like.
Well, I could Sacred Flame it.
I might have. Let me see. Well, I do have prestidigitation, so
I
I
also
could
have dancing lights.
If Melu wants to handle light with dancing lights, Brennard and or Ellida can like burn stuff because
Yeah,
I
'cause I have
also
firebolt
have
too.
Yeah, so if you want to use firebolt to make fire, and then I can use mine to wait, do I have firebolt? Now I'm like, what the hell do I have? Oh, you know what? I probably have at least. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna take off my boot, and shake it out because there's probably ash from the church pews in there.
My
Smart.
God.
Nice. Yeah. So you put ash onto the outstretched palm. Melu, you summon a dancing light onto the outstretched palm of the light angel.
Yes.
All right, great. And what about the fire?
Ellida will put.
Or sorry, heat rather.
Yeah. So prestidigitation probably for heat, right? Because that could be like an effect.
Yeah, absolutely. The other two, they can remain there, right? Because the ash will just rest on the palm. And the dancing light is like a concentration, or it might not even be concentration, but it lasts for a while, right? So you would need to continuously cast prestidigitation while that's going on to keep it warm, if that makes.
Yeah. So I can do
All right,
that.
perfect.
Okay. And Ellida obviously puts the piece of the mural back in.
Yeah, and as you do so, you hear it like click back almost into place. And once you do so, you almost see like the line of it. It's almost seamless into the mural.
Wow. Okay. Sorry, I'm making up a quick prayer. Can we say? Can we? Okay. Okay, so Alita's going to start speaking Celestial. In the prayer that she found in those books. And just say, in Celestial, O Divine Three, guide us, shape us, send us. Until the end.
Beautiful. And as the words in Celestial leave your lips, Ellida, it's Celestial is a very funny language because to the untrained ear, it just sounds like almost like sacred holy bells ringing. It's a very weird noise coming out of Elida's mouth right now. But as you do so, as the final bell rings from your lips, the piece of stone that you were standing on, all four of you, begins to rotate. And as it rotates, it rotates about 180 degrees, revealing, cut into the ground, a staircase that leads down.
Oh,
Well, that seems right. Good job,
Yeah.
Ellida.
great job.
Thanks.
You solved my
Thanks.
angel puzzle.
Thanks.
Avocado.
In avocado. Thanks. A piece of affirmation. Thanks.
Okay, we
Well,
should probably hurry.
Let's continue onward.
Yeah.
And so they do.
Right.
Timbo,
Yep.
is Cera getting any weird feelings as we're continuing inward?
What kind of feelings?
I would she possibly feel an unnerving presence?
Oh, like a fancy man is creeping up on you that chill on the
Yeah.
right.
Yeah,
No.
yeah. Like would maybe her back be burning a little bit?
Oh, your mark feels fine and dandy right now.
Okay. All right. Cool.
Yeah, you haven't felt any twinges during your time in Flamekeep.
Thank goodness.
But I would say as you descend down these steps, Sarah, like you do feel like chill air kind of pushing up, like the breeze in your face, and you do feel a little bit of a pit in your stomach as you descend down, but you're not sure why. And with that, I think we're going to go ahead and take our break. So we're going to take 10 minutes. We'll be back at the 8:30 mark. Stick around, go get drinks, etc. We will be right back.
And we're back.
Hello.
Welcome.
Hello.
Hello, Guilders. Welcome back to Exploits of the Golden Shadows, episode 12. Reaching the Reliquary. The party has reached the Reliquary, and we're going to dive back on in. But before we do so, I do want to just shout out our sponsor one more time, Beard Sorcery. Grow a fantastic beard with Beard Sorcery, ! Beard in the chat. And for that link to get all high quality beard products as well as a code, Timbo the Wizard for 15% off. It's great stuff. Essential oils, high quality goods. But yeah, so the party, after venturing into Flamekeep with the help of Gronch, acting as his bodyguards, the party was able to stealth their way into where the Silver Flame was held, and heading past some construction, they've dove and solving a tricky angel puzzle. They were able to figure out how to dive into the reliquary proper. I would also say, as y'all are heading down, you do see there's like a switch that you can flip on the way down that you could like shut the door if you want.
Oh, we should shut this door.
Absolutely.
Melu will close the door.
Sure, yeah, and you hear the stone grinding as the door shuts behind you. You also put out the dancing lights as well, I'm guessing?
Yes. Yeah. I'll quash those.
Sure. Yeah, excellent. But yeah, so the party continues heading downward. It's deep, actually, like at least 20, 30, maybe 50 feet down further into the ground, following this kind of tight spiral staircase before it terminates into a set of double doors, which, pushing through, you find yourself in a small room about 20 by 20 foot. It's pretty nice. Give me one. And as you walk into the room, like it's fairly nicely fashioned. There's a couple of benches to be sat upon. As you walk in, magical light sources, sconces in the walls, burst into illuminance, and the fireplace at the far end also clicks on. You also see there are a couple of doors flanking the left and the right wall. Standing in front of those doors, however, are two suits of armor. But it's like, other than the crackling of the flame, it's a little quiet.
That's creepy,
Probably.
isn't it?
Oh, absolutely.
I don't know. I mean, if you want to light a place, like magic fire that goes out by itself seems like a good option.
You said there are two things of art. Are these like the guard things that accidentally got set off by Ellida exploding in the auction house?
That's what I was thinking of.
Oh.
Go ahead and make me either an Arcana check or an Investigation check. Ellida, you can give Cera advantage if you're assisting her.
Yes, I'm
and
assisting.
Perfect. Real quick, y'all can see the battle map, right?
Yeah.
Now I can.
Okay, great. Yeah, let me know if you can't see them. If you can't see it, you should see the small room that the party is in.
There we go.
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay, great. A 15 investigation. Yes, these while a slightly older design, these do appear to be similar in nature. Like, looking in through the slots in the visor, you see etched into the back of the suit the animating rune.
How not set
And as you
those
kind
off.
of like, as you approach the suit and get a look at it, the suit of armor, like, it doesn't move or say anything, but you do see like there is like a dull luminous glow in where it's like eye sockets like would be, right?
Ooh.
And just to confirm, we came from the south of this area, right?
Yes, y'all came through this double door south right there. Yeah.
Well, I think I can cast Dispel Magic once per day. If I'm not crazy.
Also think that if these are anything like the updated models, casting magic is going to cause them to pop off, as it were.
Yeah. I can only cast a spell on one of them.
Maybe, maybe we can look around the room and see if there's anything that'll help us.
Yeah, Melu starts like looking around, being like, "Is there an off switch?"
Sure, go ahead
Is
and make
there
me
a
perception checks.
hey, we're
Um,
friendly. Leave us alone. Please, no hurty.
Please, no hurdy.
one.
Hey,
I would
21.
say with the 21, Malu, you notice that this room is definitely heavily themed around the silver flame, and not only are these suits of armor different models, but they are also adorned kind of subtly with that same silver flame insignia as well. Um, and again, you get close to it in order to like make this observation, right? Like you're like within you move up next to it and you're like just peering at it, and you see the again like the dull glow of the light behind its eyes. And it seems to almost, you get the sense that it seems to be waiting for something. And Sarah, looking around this room, you get the sense with the 9 perception. There's like lots of like to the left and the right of the fireplace. There are like a couple little bookshelves, and there's like a little bit of reading material. The benches to the left and the right, they seem well worn. Like you get the sense that this might be like a waiting area.
That does make sense because when we had our incident at the auction house, that was also just kind of like a waiting area to get somewhere else.
Wasn't it? Melu is going to. Oh, it seems like they're waiting for something. I'm assuming they're waiting for someone to try and give them a password or something, right? Melu looks at Ellida and is like, "Can you try saying the prayer again?"
Glad we had the same idea.
Yeah. I'm glad I wrote it down. Shit. Um. So, Ellida, I think I'm gonna say also that not the ugly cloak, but beneath what Ellida is wearing right now. When she does wear it, I think she typically kind of tugs at it when she's nervous. She's a little nervous right now, so she's probably tugging at the ugly cloak. Okay.
And yet she wants to get rid of it.
Uh-huh.
Cruel.
Look. If you got something stuck on you, that's different. Anyway, so she she clears her throat a little bit. She's just like, it says in Celestial again, O Divine 3, guide us, shape us, send us until the end.
The eyes glow slightly brighter in the armor's heads, but nothing more happens.
Try giving them an order in Celestial. Like, move or stand down?
Down. Maybe stand down?
So Alida's gonna look at the suits of armor, or confidently this time, and say in Celestial, disengage.
The suits of armor respond in Celestial. Produce credentials.
They want an ID.
Of course they
Woman's name. What was the name of the woman that we met?
Maria and Terrace. Lady Maria and Terrace.
Yes, her. Try that.
She closes her throat again. Lady Maria and Terrace. And Celestial.
You see the suits of armor on both sides of the door kind of step to the side, and they step like 90 degrees, allowing you access to both the doors, and you see the lights in their eyes go out.
Oh.
Great. Okay. Maybe we should split up. 2 of us will check the room to the right, 2 room to the left, and then we meet back here.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Right. Well, Sarah's gonna head on through.
All right, and Brennard will head to the left.
Melu will follow Brennard.
Yeah, we'll go after Cera.
Incredible. Okay. So, Brainerd, you open the door to the left, and you find it goes into a short 10-foot corridor before a secondary door. Sarah, you open the door to the right. You find it's a 15-foot corridor before it makes a right or a left turn from your perspective to the north.
Ooh. We like to adventure.
Is that door unlocked, Brennard?
I will check that now. Is it unlocked, Timbo?
It is unlocked.
I will head in.
Cracking open that door, you find that it leads into a small dormitory. There are, 1 second.
Brennard, we accidentally stacked ourselves.
Oh god, I can't see. I've gone blind.
Oh no, I fused with Melu.
What's happening?
We're clipping!
Ah!
Beds.
I'm in
So
that
yeah,
night.
in this room, it's a medium-sized sleeping room. There are shabby bunks that line the walls, with kind of little small chest of drawers next to them. It's pretty musty and quiet in here, but as you again open the door, the magical lanterns click on.
About that is very unnerving.
Brennard's gonna start looking around and seeing if he can get an idea of like when these might have last been used.
Absolutely, go ahead and
Melu's-
make me a perception check or investigation. What's Melu doing?
Melu is absolutely rifling through the chests of drawers to see if there's anything useful.
Sure, both of you go in and make me checks.
All right. And
Investigation
I
or
would like to
perception? Probably
use...
Your choice, Melu.
Oh,
That's
yes.
not gonna give me jack squat here. Never mind.
24.
So, yeah, we'll go in and say the 24. So, Brainerd, you find in one of the chest of drawers, you find a small journal, which looks like it's been kind of like maybe just left there in whatever haste was made to leave this place. Melu, though, you find underneath one of the beds, you find a loose tile that seems like most people had like missed, and there is a small sack underneath.
Ooh, it's in the sack. I'm opening it.
Yeah, opening the sack, you find 1 sec. You find just like a bunch of potions of various colors. You find about 4 different potions, each of a different color.
Ooh. Melu will immediately be like, Brennard, I found a bunch of potions. Some of these are probably healing potions. I start kind of going through them to see, like, I probably know what a healing potion looks like, right? Do any of these look like that?
Yeah, one of them looks like it, but it's a big bottle. It's a greater healing potion.
Ooh.
That one is a
Ooh.
classic red.
Big Kool-Aid.
Brainard will flip through the journal to see like when the last entry is.
Sure, yeah, flipping through it, it looks like it's interesting because it looks like this was somebody who was working in this place, like, and living here as well. And the last entry seems to be actually right around the time that the 100-Year War was starting, and it's referencing that the place is being shut down, and there is talk that if the workshop were to remain open, it might its technological prowess and might be used in weapons of war that would be unconscionable.
Oh.
Does it mention anything about House Caneth at all? Like that I can see easily, or does this seem to be something independent?
You do see not really anything mentioning House Caneth specifically, but you do see like there are a couple like flumming through it. You do see it looks like a lot of the projects that they were talking about working on, like it would make sense that like how do I want to say this? Like, I think you definitely get the sense that there's like a little bit of a House Caneth like thumbprint in here a little bit, like the way that it talks about research being done on various objects and things being built. Like the process of it feels very House Caneth to you.
I don't know if this would be too much, but like, can I tell if it's like, is this almost like a corporate espionage thing, like House Caneth, like people selling secrets to whoever worked here, or is that too much to get from this?
It's it's definitely odd to you, right? It's not you definitely feel like this journal is referencing House Caneth information that they shouldn't necessarily have access to, right?
Mm-hmm.
But the intention behind it, you're not able to determine.
Okay. So once Melu comes over with the potions, Brennard probably keeps reading for a couple minutes because this is like concerning. And he kind of like finally shrugs out of it, and he's like, "Oh, here," and he pulls out the pearl. First he'll take a look and see if he can identify any of the 3 potions, and then if I need to, I can cast Identify.
Sure, yeah. Go ahead and make me just Arcana checks. Just make me a flat Arcana roll. Perfect. Yeah, you recognize one of them is clearly a potion of Hill Giant Strength,
Ooh, okay.
Ooh.
but the other 2 you're not sure. They look a little bit rarer.
We don't have to look at them now, but they might be useful.
Yeah. Here, let me do one of them, and he uncorks it and like drops the pearl inside to like judge its color, I guess. Like, I assume that's kind of how he checks it with the potion, like almost like a pool test.
Sure. And as you do so, like you drop the drip onto it, and you find that it is like this potion is like bright yellow, and you find that this is a potion of speed.
Ooh. So is it like increases movement speed, or is it like a haste effect?
You drink this potion, you gain the effect of the haste spell for 1 minute with no concentration required.
Ooh. All right.
Oh,
So
we should probably give that to Cera or Ellida. Well, probably Cera. She uses the most like actual weapon attacks.
yeah. Here, I'll keep the unidentified one so I can check it later. You can keep the strength one.
Okay,
And we can give the healing one to Ellida.
that's a good idea. So it was Hill Giant Strength and then a potion of haste.
Yep.
And 1 unidentified one, yes. All right, perfect. So Melu and Brennard are divvying up potions. We cut over to Cera and Ellida, who are progressing through the doorway, opening this one. It also is unlocked and kicking and just gently opening it. You find that you and Ellida are in a workshop right now.
Ooh, we're in Brennard territory. Okay. Cera is immediately just going to start rooting around. The workshop's not necessarily her place, but maybe she can still find something interesting, and Brainerd can comment later.
Absolutely. Go ahead and make me investigation or perception checks, and you can do so with advantage if Ellida wants to assist.
Absolutely. I help.
Nice, 20. You find a couple of things. One, that this is like clearly a workshop where weapons and tools were being crafted and worked upon. There are several desks that appear to have been used in this capacity, right? And as you're looking around, you see that this desk up to the north is kind of the largest desk, and on it you find that it still has the placard of the individual that sat there, whose name is Virgil Jules. And looking at that desk, you do find that there is a drawer in it, and opening it up, you find that there are like a few what appear to be like blueprints or plans in there, but they're a little difficult to decipher. Ellida, as you're looking around helping Cera out, you recognize that this this bench over to the north over here, it looks a little bit like a box, which is my
Okay.
but you see that there are like conduits, kind of like metallic in nature, flowing out of the wall and kind of like metallic piping and down into this bench to the north, kind of into it. It's not clear to you what the purpose of that is, though. But this bench also looks slightly different than the rest of them as well.
Can I try to see what's different about it?
Sure, yeah. I mean, just at a glance and like looking at it without messing with it. Like Ellida, you don't have any proficiency with tools or anything like that, right?
I don't. Thanks. Let me see.
We both went to the wrong side.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, we
did.
did.
Mhm.
I calligrapher stuff and land vehicles. I don't know how I have land. No, and yes, I remember. Those are my two tool proficiencies or whatever.
Okay. Yeah, gotcha. So I don't think you're really able to tell, but you do see that it definitely like it's feeding into this bench, and you do definitely get there is like a sense of energy coming from it.
I try to identify the energy.
It feels magical in nature.
Okay. Can I do a religion check?
I'm gonna say no. You don't like there. Well, yeah. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead and roll for it.
I mean, we are in the.
13. You definitely get the sense that the weapons and the tools that are being made in this area are like do have like religious significance, actually. Like you get the sense that the tools are they have like holy properties to them. Like you're getting that sense that like these were like you're seeing lots of like for example, like scribblings on boards about like cold iron and on silver and stuff like that. Like you get the sense that these tools were made with like a purpose in mind, right?
So with the conduits, are you saying that they're connected to something outside of the room?
Yeah, it looks like they're flowing in from this kind of northernmost wall.
Is there been any kind of passageway in that direction?
Yes, there's a door to the north here, and sorry, there's also a door to the north here as well in this in the
Ooh,
the
okay.
door
I definitely
as well.
missed ours, so thank you.
Sorry, that's my mistake. I should have probably mentioned it.
There's a what?
So right here, there's a door.
Oh wow, it's hard to see.
I saw theirs. I did not see ours because it looks like the bedposts.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna make that a little brighter.
Elida's gonna tell Cera, like, there seems to be some kind of magic holy energy coming from this, whatever's through this door, that's they've been infusing their tools and armor with, as far as I can tell. If we want to check and see what's past that door.
We could, but also I found these blueprints, and I think honestly Brennard might be able to gather more from this than we're able to.
Did we
Let's
go get him?
Yeah, let's go try and meet up with the others.
Okay.
So that's what they're going to do.
Yep.
Sure, yeah, and it's a pretty short jaunt. So we'll just say that y'all meet up while Melu and Brennard are still discussing potions.
Okay. As soon as they walk in, Melu just goes, "Here, Ellida, this is for you." Hands her the greater healing potion.
Oh. Thank you.
No problem.
So you found potions?
We found a few.
Yeah, and I found this, and he lifts up and Brennard lifts up the journal. It's, this place dates back to before the war, and there was something going on here. I don't know. It looks like my family might have been involved, but it's weird. I mean, even before the war, House Cana made its profits off of the fact that it could produce things that no one else could. Why is there information here? Why is there their techniques here?
And you said this dates back to before the war?
Yeah, it looks like they evacuated this place right as the last war started.
We could also call Lady Maria. Right?
Right. Yeah, we can. Brennard, we also found a workshop, and I found Cera just like holds up all these blueprints.
Yeah,
Oh,
that
quick
room over there
question.
is kind of yours.
Question, Melu, you have a passive perception of 17.
I believe so.
Okay. Then I'm sorry, I meant to mention something. When you would have walked into the dorm room, you would have heard coming from this northernmost door. You would have heard very gently soft crying.
Oh, we love that.
Love that. Melu will, as we're all kind of standing here talking, Melu will be like, "Oh, by the way, when we first got in here, I could hear someone crying through the door. The other door, not the door we came through.
And you're just now thinking to mention that?
I mean, I don't know. It just didn't.
You mean someone's down here?
I don't know.
Someone's down here, maybe something.
I mean, this wasn't open for at least, well, if they left 120, 130 years ago, then...
I mean, depending on how much food I had, I could live that long.
Is Sarah still going to hand Brennard these blueprints?
Yeah, I'm gonna look the blueprints over. Nice.
Very nice.
Wow, the critical 24 investigation on the blueprints.
Amazing.
Yeah, looking over, it's clear that they're designs for a weapon. Looking at it, it's spherical in nature, and it appears that it would have been basically a bomb that you would have been able to activate and throw. When it would explode, it would basically be a fireball cast on itself. But instead of dealing fire damage, it deals radiant damage instead.
Oh, that's devious.
I love the dichotomy of, we don't want our research to be used as weapons. What are you making in there then? Bombs that explode for radiant damage.
You see, it's labeled as a holy hand grenade.
Of course.
Yeah, okay,
Oh my
worms,
God.
cool.
Alita's gonna mention the other room having like the workshop thing that Brandon's gonna want to check out, and also like the holy energy coming from the room above it that's been like into the conduits at the desk.
Melu's pressed their ear to that door they heard the crying from.
Sure, go to make me a perception check.
Watch this be the bad one.
No?
Oh, no, okay,
It was-
okay.
It wasn't the bad one, it was the good one.
It was the good one.
Yeah, with the 24 perception check, you definitely hear a cry emanating from beyond this door, but it sounds like it's not coming. It's a little tricky. With the 24, you can tell that it's probably not emanating from this next room, but like it's kind of like echoing, if that makes sense.
Okay. Melu will like turn and like relay that to the group that's still there and be like, I don't think the crying is coming from this room, but maybe the next. Echoing. Pretty loud if it's.
They're here. Somebody's here.
Well, it could be a creature just as much as it could be a person. All sorts of things can cry, right? Does it sound human?
Yeah.
Only Malu's hearing this right now still. So I would say, Melu, make an insight check.
Okay. Also something I'm pretty
11.
good at.
It's
Oh,
yeah. I mean, it sounds human. Like, I would say yeah.
hey.
Sounds human-ish.
Humanoid. Person.
Can I use bad luck for Melu
To let me re-roll?
to add to spend 3 points to roll a d4 and add it?
I feel like
I
we
think
should
that's
maybe...
only. I think that's only with checks that you made.
Oh. Okay. Well,
Yeah.
oh, is it both? Oh, well, it says
Listen,
another
I'm
creature
expecting
you can
things to go
see.
down. Let's save the big options for later.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I feel like this feels above table, I feel like this feels mildly inconsequential.
Can you
Sorry.
post? No, I want to see what it
No,
says.
you're good.
Oh no,
Yeah,
when
disregard,
another
disregard.
creature you see makes a roll.
Yeah, disregard.
Okay, no, but you could do that.
You
Absolutely.
could, yes.
Nah, no. I'll save it.
Listen, this place has a vibe about it. We gotta be ready.
Yeah.
That's also why I'm not identifying that last potion.
Yeah.
Give it to Cera. Maybe she can.
It's fine.
Okay.
Listen, Brennard. Brennard's not
give-
about that life.
Melu, like, once you bring up the potions again, Melu is like, oh, did you give Cera the potion of haste?
Oh yeah, you get the potion of haste, Sarah.
Huh. Were there any other potions?
Yeah, one more.
I'm
I'm working on that one.
I have a potion of hill giant strength.
Oh.
Yeah.
Do you mind if I take a look at the other one, Brennard?
It's fine. I'll get to it.
Okay.
Someone's gonna end up drinking that potion. Not knowing what it is.
I mean, I was just gonna roll, like, a medicine
Arcana.
check on it. Yeah, or
Yeah.
Arcana. That's it.
Figured.
Yeah, but also Brennard doesn't like other people stealing his spotlight. Well, he lets other people steal it from him, but
Yeah, he sure
he only
does.
shows off his best work, so he's not gonna show that he couldn't identify it yet.
Oh my goodness.
Amazing.
Yeah. So, do we want to go? Maybe Brennard should check out that what do you call it? Workshop. And
Workshop.
And then we can maybe consider going towards the crying.
I mean, the crying sounds maybe more pressing.
I mean, we
I
could
don't
go
know.
check it, but that could just as easily, Melu will think
Like
for
a-
a second. Go like, you know what an anglerfish is, right? Brennard.
Yeah,
I'm
and I mean,
concerned
it
it's
could be,
something like
but then that still feels like we should check that out.
Yeah, but maybe if it might be a fight, we should do other things first.
I mean, exploring the workshop could also lead to another fight.
That's
For all we
true.
know, if there's a creature in that next room, all the, noise we heard from that power system could be covering it up.
That's a good point, actually. I just don't want to get thrown into something again like we did with the kobolds.
That's fair.
I think we're taking the risk whatever way we decide to go, so we
Was
just
she
have to
crying?
decide. I mean, that or whatever we... If we... There's just so many different outcomes. Like, if there is a person there that is crying, we go to the workshop first. Are we delaying something? Or if it's actually something that's mimicking somebody crying and it's actually something we need to fight, then delaying is fine, but we don't know until we find out.
All right,
Look,
Ellida, which way would you go first?
Be the tiebreaker.
I'd want to see what's happening over there, like with the crying, I guess. That's just, it makes me feel bad knowing something is crying over there, but at the same time, Brennard, that room over there is
We can get to it
your
after.
thing.
Listen, I asked you to pick, you picked, so let's go look.
Okay.
And Brennard's gonna pull out his arcane firearm.
And then I pulled out my gun.
Yeah.
Let's start a blasting.
Start blasting.
Well, anyway, I
Blasted.
started blasting.
Melu is gonna ready a sacred flame as they open the door.
Okay, yeah. Who opens the door?
I could, if people are fine
I'll
with
open
that.
the door.
Okay.
Let mom do it.
As Sarah's opening the door, she just kind of like produces her rapier from nothingness as usual.
Sure, yeah. And the door creaks open. This one is not locked either. And you find it leads into a very, very long hallway. On adorning either side of the hallway are paintings and portraits, each of individuals walking in. At the midpoint of the room,
Jeez, you weren't kidding
on
about
the
long.
west side, yeah, it's a lot. It's like 80 feet long, maybe even further. And on the west side, at the midway point, you see two double doors open wide.
Sarah's going to... Can we hear the crying now as well?
What's everybody passive wisdom?
Passive wisdom or passive perception?
Passive perception. Apologies.
9.
14.
Why do I always forget where it is?
It's right underneath your skills.
Oh, 10.
Sarah, you hear it now, but Brennard and Ellida, you do not hear it still.
Sarah's
And
going
now-
to...
And now that
Yes.
you can hear it more clearly, it definitely sounds like it's emanating from the double doors.
Right. You know, I'm also going to roll an insight to see if it's humanoid.
Yeah, go for it.
I'm less good at this than Melu.
Oh,
Yup.
much less good.
Oh no!
Told you.
Hard to tell. It definitely sounds like it's biologic. You think?
Cool.
Doesn't sound like there's an automaton in there crying.
That'd be
It's a
wild.
robot crying oily tears.
Sarah's gonna sneak towards the double doors and maybe try and take a little peeky peek
And
into
Timbo,
this other room.
so I know these two are the double doors here. And then are there any other doors here besides this one?
No, the entire room is filled with paintings, at least
Okay.
at first blush like this. And as you're kind of progressing in, so Sarah moves in. Does the rest of the party follow her?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Brennard's probably looking at some of the paintings, trying to figure out who they
same.
are.
Sorry!
It's very funny.
Sorry.
Yeah, absolutely. And the paintings are portraits, and they actually have names on several of them. A couple of them are tattered and in ruins, and you can't read them. But several of them are still intact and there. You see the.
I only have an H for my history checks. So I doubt I recognize any.
Do any of them look like Marianne? What was her name?
Marianne.
Marion.
Lady Marie and Tereth. Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
it's Marie
Lady
and
Marie
Tereth.
and
I've been
Tereth.
hearing it as Marianne
Marian-
Tereth.
Yeah,
Uh,
that's
It's
funny.
not. I'm not the best at making names. So Lady Maria and Tereth, she is featured in one of these paintings.
Interesting. She looks the same in it, I'm assuming?
She does look the same, except in this, she is wearing her like battle regalia.
Interesting.
But yeah, you see you see several other paintings in here. A few of them are busted, but you see a few that like, and these individuals are painted in like different lights and like with different aesthetics, or not different aesthetics, but like wearing different gear and such. You see one for Flash Deacon, Cornelius Brightburn, Virgil Jules, which that name rings a bell to you, Sarah. That was the name on the desk in the other room, and several others. I have names here if you're interested. Melu, you also see there is a painting for Ravon.
I was asking if Ravon was here.
Brennard's definitely checking if there's any. Like, obviously, I don't recognize any. But are there any Kenneth names?
I'm gonna say with the 8 history check, you don't recognize any of these individuals as Kenneth, except for maybe Brightburn. The name rings a bell to you, but you're not 100% sure why.
Okay. Yeah, I just meant like very specifically, like someone like John Kenneth or something.
Sure, and so y'all are looking at the paintings. This one to the right here is tattered. This one as well, and then this one to the north is tattered too. But you see, there is like y'all haven't approached that far down the corridor just yet. But you see that painting. There's like a slight like breeze almost blowing the fabric.
That's odd. We're quite a bit of ways underground, aren't we?
and nobody answered.
Yep.
Well, Cera was still like peeking
Yes.
into the great room, so like
Yes.
the picture escapades is all y'all.
Yeah,
Yes.
I assume you're looking in while we look at these pictures anyway, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Sarah, as you're peeking in, you see there is what appears to be a small tomb with several tombs inside of it.
Oh no, Raich was
Sorry.
muted.
I was like,
Oh.
oh man, I probably didn't do that.
No, yeah, what were you saying, Raj?
I'm so sorry. Yeah, Hamilton started barking, so I muted. I was saying, and he might start barking again. God. Anyway, I was saying, can I do a religion check on these people?
Yeah, absolutely. Go on and make me a religion check.
I'm just for flavor, Melu is standing in front of the painting of Ruvan having a moment like Cam does in Ferris Bueller's Day Off with the
Oh
painting.
wow.
Oh, what a good one.
Oh, that's so good.
They're just like staring at it very intently.
Amazing. Yeah, and you like looking. It's a very realistic painting. Like it's almost like you're looking them like right in the eyes right now. 6 religion. You definitely get the sense that all these individuals were involved in the Silver Flame directly. Like all these people, like even a couple of them that like Tobias the Tinker, for example. You get the sense that even like they have religious iconography all about them. And you definitely get the sense that they worked for this facility, whatever that means.
Okay. All right.
Oh, I'm also very sorry. So when you were looking on, when you would have been thumbing through the journal, Brennard, you would have there would have been a couple of passages at the end that you would have like noted on, mostly about like mention about working on some kind of containment fields, as well as there being like the nature of like secreting the facility away, like meaning like everybody had to leave, right? Like if there was a mass exodus, basically.
Interesting.
Sorry, I just wanted to make sure that that came across. But yeah, and Cera, as you're looking into this room, you don't see anybody crying. You definitely hear crying, but you don't see anybody.
Oh,
That's not worrying.
Does the voice what does the voice sound like? Does it sound masculine? Does it sound feminine?
Is it androgynous?
Is it androgynous?
It does sound slightly masculine, but it also sounds maybe like a little younger.
Oh no.
Oh, that's so much more concerning.
Sarah turns back and like sees everybody just like checking out these paintings, and she's like, "The fuck?" And she's like, "Well, so far I don't see anything in the other room, but the crying's definitely coming from it."
Melu like comes out of their little like staring session, and they look at her and they go, "Oh, yeah. I mean, yeah, that makes sense."
Sarah looks at Melu and then looks up to the painting above them, and then looks back at Melu, and then looks back at the painting. Huh.
Melu is just like turns so that the painting is behind them and they're facing Cera, and they go, "They look like me, don't they?"
Yeah, quite a bit.
Yeah, it's really the antlers, though, I think.
I don't know.
They like touch their antler,
They've definitely gotten bigger.
petting the fuzz. Oh yeah, that happened. I knew that happened. And they quietly go, Balnor basically outright told me that it happened.
Oh?
Like, it was, I mean, not quite like that, but in the way that gods do.
Melu is talking to functionally an atheist. So Sarah's just kind of like, yeah, okay.
Mel's just nodding, and they're like, "That's why we had to take the plant."
Oh, is that why we took Frank?
Yes. Frank was very
Okay.
important.
Okay. Well, everybody's looking at paintings. I feel like I should be looking at paintings now, but I'm also worried about this crying.
We should probably check out the crying.
yeah, I'm cool with going in.
Stealthily sneak in there, maybe. If
Sure.
we
Also, I
can.
just wanted to note about the painting of Ravon. In this image, they have two horns. They have both their antlers.
Wait, have I seen them with only one previously?
Yeah.
No,
I
but
bel-
in the
I thought.
in the vision, there had the antler had been left behind.
Right. Yes. Okay. I kind of remember that now.
Yeah, and I swear we've heard mentioned before that one of their antlers was broken off or something.
Okay.
Or something. Maybe Lady Maria?
Yeah, it might have been her.
Mentioned it?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's not in my notes, but I believe you guys.
Yeah, that's the only thing I remember. I don't remember the horn being left behind or anything. I remember that Ravon had a broken horn, but that's like all I remember.
You know what? I'm gonna roll a little perception. Are there any paintings in here that would have even the slightest bit of significance to Sarah?
Huh?
Sure, go on and make me a perception check.
There's
Bloop.
just a dragon none of us noticed.
Right, just a big scaly boy.
20. I'm gonna say no, not none of these characters in these immortalized in these paintings look familiar or significant to you. But I will say with the 20, you definitely notice that the painting to the north, across the way from Cornelius Brightburn on the right side, this is the painting of Cornelius. This painting, that's tattered and kind of whippling in the wind a little bit, there definitely is clearly a space behind that painting.
Boy, we gotta deal with this crying child, but also sell Sarah's real. Like, well, check out that path behind that painting.
Yeah, Melu's like, oh right, yeah, I noticed that too. We should definitely look at that, but we gotta figure out the crying first.
Yeah, but what are we gonna? Sarah's like, I don't necessarily have a plan for disembodied crying.
You can try to talk to it.
We can try and talk to it. Let's sneak in there. And
Yes, let's sneak into what's functionally a mausoleum.
I haven't seen it. I don't know.
I'm just letting you know. There's a lot of tombs in there.
That's fine. Graves are fine. Worse things than graves.
Can't you do your undead sight thing?
Oh, right.
You should probably do that.
Eyes of the grave!
Melu, the
That's
first
a
10
death.
sessions of this game, I use Eyes of the Grave, just to be sure. Melu would enter a tomb. I have what now?
Okay, so admittedly I meant to do it right as we came back from break, and then it completely slipped my mind. So...
Incredible. Yeah, so y'all walk into the mausoleum, the tomb.
Yeah, and I have Eyes of the Grave up so that I can check things out.
Perfect. Can you post the description for Eyes of the Grave?
Yes. Well, let me just copy it out of...
Eyes of the Grave.
Yeah. It's, as an action, you know the location of any undead within 60 feet of you that isn't behind total cover, isn't protected from divination magic.
Beautiful. So you walk in, Melu. Does the rest of the party
Yeah.
move
Yeah.
in with?
Brennard's like staying out here and looking at the portraits, I think, until unless someone like specifically calls him in.
Yeah, sure. So as you enter into the room, Melu and Cera, you hear the crying stop. And it's silent in this place. Looking around the room, it seems like several of these tombs have been moved recently. It seems like there is several of them, the tops have been moved off of. You also see in the northernmost corner of the room, the north lefternmost corner, there is a large crack in the wall. And Melu, as your eyes flash white, invoking the Eyes of the Grave, you see that sitting in the corner invisibly is the ghost of a young man wearing page boy clothes.
Oh.
He looks very scared in this moment, and you see he's got his hand rather clutched over his mouth, like he's holding back his sobbing.
Oh my god, this mini is so cute.
Oh.
Oh.
2-minute tabletop mini, isn't it?
It is a 2-minute tabletop
Yeah,
mini.
I can tell. Melu will
Oh, it's adorable.
turn to the little guy, because he's just a little guy. And they'll look in the corner, and everyone else sees Melu talking to an empty corner, but Melu says, "Oh, I can see you. Are you okay?"
Make a persuasion check.
Okay. Oh no, I don't think I'm very good at that. I'm decent. Oh no!
He looks up at you, very fear in his eyes. He doesn't respond. But he looks, if it's possible for a ghost to go wider, he looks even more white as you are acknowledging him in the corner. But he doesn't respond.
Sarah kind of looks at Melu and just makes her best guess as to where this ghost is via Melu's line of sight. And she also calls out, she's like, "Hello, is someone there? I promise we're not here to hurt you. We just wanted to ask a question."
Can I cast Calm
Go ahead and make a persuasion check.
Will do.
14. Very quietly, almost so quietly that Melu, you almost don't hear it. You hear the young ghost go, "You're not, you're not with him."
What?
Who
With
is
who?
him?
I don't know his name. He came in from there, and he'll point to the crack in the wall, and he'll say, "My he came in and he did something to my friends."
Don't take this the wrong way. What year do you think it is?
I've been down here protecting my friends for so long. I've lost track. I don't know. My name
How-
is Caden. Caden Chapman.
Caden, I'm Melu. This is Cera, and this is Ellida.
Can't hear him, right? I'm literally just listening.
He's talking loud enough now at this point. He's still invisible, but he's talking loud enough that I
Oh,
think
so I
y'all-
can hear him. Okay, okay. That's like-
Yeah, just a note, Melu can no longer see him. Eyes of the Grave only last 6 seconds. They're also
Sure,
just talking to air.
but you get the sense like the voice is coming from where you're
Yeah,
expecting
yeah.
it to, right?
Yeah,
Like he
yeah,
hasn't moved.
Okay. Melu will think a moment and say, how recently did someone come through and hurt your friends?
It was recent, and I couldn't do anything to stop him.
What did
And he
do?
starts. You see tears welling in his eyes. He took them.
Sarah's
took
like,
them?
Oh no.
Oh no.
He took them, and I couldn't stop him, just like before.
What did he look like?
He was. I didn't get a good look at him. I hid in the walls where he couldn't
It's
see
okay.
me.
It's okay, just
But-
do your best.
He was small. He had a beard. I'm not sure.
Weird. That doesn't match to the description of any of the paintings, does it?
No.
Okay. It doesn't
And
sound like a painting, man.
I'm assuming that your friends were they were in these tombs.
He starts crying.
Oh,
I'm so sorry.
I think in
Caden,
between
Caden.
sobs, he becomes visible.
oh my
Oh,
god.
Caden, I'm so Caden, please.
Can Ellida
Uh,
go sit next to him real quick? Just sit next to him.
Yeah, absolutely.
Go sit next to him.
Melu is gonna start checking out the tombs. Some of them are open, right?
Oh yes. Give me an
Oh, no.
investigation check.
I don't like that. Oh yes.
Uh-oh.
You know what's going down when Timbo says "oh yes" like that. Like, "Oh yes."
19.
Oh yes. 19. Yeah, you can tell that based on the scraping pattern on the interior of the lid of the cases and the way that they were pushed off, it definitely seems like whatever was inside got out.
Oh, like
I don't
it
like
got
the way
out,
that you said it got out.
not someone took it out.
No, it looks like whatever. With the 19, you can tell the people that were interned here busted their way out.
Oh no.
Somebody rose them.
Oh great, we're dealing with a necromancer.
Melu's like a little frantic, and I think they're gonna just make their way to that painting that had the passageway.
Melu, where you go?
I hold on, I'm just gonna look, and I'll like peek. Melu's gonna like peek in there, past the painting, to see what's back there.
What if they get their eye poked out?
Sure, peeking past, you see there is a small door. that is a little tattered. It's kind of like it looks like the door itself is kind of like has been busted.
Hey. Okay. I'm gonna turn and rejoin the group.
I would also say it's like a little dark in there too. Like there's no this room this corridor has been lit by these same magical torches, but there is no magical torch lighting up the interior of this room. So it's pretty dark in there.
In the tomb room or the way I was looking?
The way that you were looking in this room over yonder.
Do you
I'll
want
send
Brennard
a single dancing light down it. I mean, I have dark vision, but I'll send a single dancing light down there.
Sure, yeah, and sending it in, you find that it leads into a small room.
Oh. That's a lot of interesting stuff.
Yeah, this room is quite a bit different than the rest of the floor you've seen so far. It's kind of roughly hewn out of the stone, and the floor is kind of like messy dirt. There's like a little bit of like an alchemist table going on. You see a small chest in there as well. There's also several large mushrooms that are growing both in the wall and out of the ground. And you see that like there's like kind of like a large crack in the ground that like they're seemingly like growing out of.
Melu will call Brennard over and be like, "Have you ever seen a mushroom like? Look at this."
Is there any way to like get into there?
Yeah, there's like a handle on the door that you could like twist and push open.
Okay, then yeah, I would like to go into the room.
Oh, Brennard,
Sure.
is that a good idea?
Yeah, I'm sure it's fine.
Look.
Okay.
So you step into the room. I'm going to need. The room is thick and heavy with condensation as you push in, and it smells pretty vile as you're pushing open the door and walking in. Like you like the door opens and you get hit with like this waft of air that just smells like rot. Do you continue in?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to need Brennard to make a Constitution saving throw as you walk into the room and take a big huff of just this nasty swamp gas.
So that is a 14, and I'm also going to activate Saving Face. So I can get a +1 bonus and make that a 15.
Very nice. Yeah, as you step into the room, you breathe in this toxic cloud of poison and spores, and you take half of 2d6. So you take 4 points of poison damage as you save face, and remain strong. However, as you step in, like you see that several of these mushrooms, they begin to right themselves and stand up to a 6 foot tall humanoid mushroom form. You go ahead and roll for initiative.
Ooh, all right.
Boy. Wait, I'm watching this happen, right?
You sure are.
Should I also roll for initiative?
Yes, absolutely.
Ooh. Oh, I forgot to click myself this time.
I will go ahead and say everybody roll for initiative, because the corridor is quite small, and I'm sure that our friends will hear the sound of battle pretty quickly.
My God. Oh no.
I did not expect to be fighting mushrooms.
This is what they
Look
look
at
like.
that.
Ooh, those are cool looking.
Yeah, those are cool looking. I would be friends with them if they weren't attacking us. Myconid. Myconid. That's a good name.
Okay, great. I think we're just waiting for Cera. Perfect. 23. Excellent. Yeah, and so I think Cera, you hear like Brennard's yelp as the mushroom folks come to life. But I think what we're gonna do is actually this is gonna be a surprise round as these mushrooms they look like normal as large oversized mushrooms can get as you stepped in, and they're getting the drop on you.
Oh, crap.
It's fine. Brennard's
So-
pretty tanky, so.
So the first one, the one that's right next to you, is going to hit you with some pacifying spores. So go ahead and make a Constitution saving.
Okay. Magic spores and DC 11 or be stunned for 1 minute. Ooh.
I was going to ask, how does this work with Cera, like, not being around, but getting a nat 20 on that initiative?
Okay, well.
Oh my god, Sarah!
That's funny because Melu also got a nat 20 on initiative. We're just the nat 20 initiative club right now. Oh wow.
We're on fucking high alert.
We are.
Nice, yeah. So you're able to tell, like you've had one whiff of spores. You know, you can tell the second whiff is coming, and you're able to just avoid the blast of pacifying spores. The second Myconid though is not going to be so nice, and is just going to try to punch.
And he's gonna miss.
Yeah, he's gonna miss. He's gonna miss badly, as you're just able to bring your shield up in time and block his punch. Excellent. So that's just gonna put us immediately at the top of the round with Cera. You hear the sounds of combat echoing down the corridor. It's unmistakable. What do you do?
And just to cut in slightly, Brennard is gonna yell for Melu to get back.
Okay.
Hmm. 15, 20, 25, 30. That's a full move. Still can't see shit. Love it. Love this. There's honestly not much Cera can do. Except for just like maneuver into position here and like look at the hole and be like, what the fuck is going on?
That is valid. All right, excellent. That is going to make it Melu's turn.
Okay. I'm gonna go out a limb right here. And I am going to turn undead. So they need to make a wisdom saving throw for me. If they're undead.
They are not undead. They are plants.
Shoot.
It's
Okay,
just some
well,
fun guys.
Melu tries to turn undead them, and is like, "Oh, they're not undead." Can I use a spell and a channel divinity in the same turn?
Is channel divinity in action?
It is.
If the spell is a bonus action, then yes.
Okay. I don't know if I want to use my spiritual weapon right now. Okay. No, I'm just gonna back up so that Brennard can get out over there, but I want to keep line of sight, so I'm gonna go right here.
Perfect.
One more.
Excellent. That
What? Okay.
Go one more.
Thank you, metagaming pigeon.
Melu coasts up to the statue of Cornelius Brightburn. Excellent. That makes it Brainerd's turn.
Okay, so I am going to cast Thunder Wave. And I will post that. I said I will post that. There we go. So they need to make a saving throw, a Constitution saving throw, DC 15, or they take 2d8 damage and get blasted 10 feet away.
Nice. They fail.
Okay. That is... Do I have the damage on here? I don't, so I'm just gonna roll it.
Now, does this affect Cera?
So, I think that's... It's a 15-foot cone around me, but I don't know if you feel like the wall's gonna block it here, because I think the wall does block it. It's a 15-foot...
Sure, we'll say that because you're in like a building, like through a doorway. We'll say that
Yeah,
that counts.
a
That-
15-foot cone is... Oh, wait, that's a cone. Not a cone, sorry. Box. There we go. Boom. So yeah, it would be everything there, but like get blocked.
Yeah, I think that's fair because there's the doorway and such in the way. Yeah, and it's not
That
a
door's
huge,
probably
it's like
flying off the hinge, though.
yeah, Melu ducks down as the door collides into the painting of Cornelius behind him, or behind them rather. Excellent. Anything more for Brennard?
That's gonna be all for now. Well, I'm gonna bolt out of there with my firearm drawn.
Hell yeah.
Oh, that's
What does it
right.
look like
Actually,
when you cast?
yeah, I forgot. Because I literally always forget to add my firearm damage. So, one of the, I'll say the one on the left takes the extra D8 damage.
All right, fantastic. Excellent. Yeah. What does it look like as you cast the Thunder Wave from your Eldritch firearm, by the way?
So I'm gonna slam the my arcane firearm against my goblin shield, and it just makes the goblin face on it like animate and scream.
Fuck yeah, I love that. Yeah, and this echoing sonic blast just knocks them like against the wall, and you see them clatter into the wall like hard. They slam into it, and then you expertly dart out the doorway. Beautiful. That's it for Brennard.
Yep.
Fantastic. That's gonna make it Ellida's turn. Ellida, you just saw Cera bolt out of the room. You hear explosions going off. You hear magic being cast. What do you do?
Sorry, give me just 1 second if you can hear it.
Hamilton representing my my
Yeah.
screaming goblin shield tonight.
Exactly. Let me get him away from the window. Just give me a second.
The role of the Screaming Goblin Shield is played by Hamilton. Thank you, Hamilton.
What a good boy.
Okay. Someone's just outside the car. Moving in and out of the car. But we're good. Okay, so I'm conflicted here because there's still so much I want to ask this ghost. I'm not sure there's much I can do unless those dudes come out. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna look at Kaden and just be like, I'll be back. Hold on. And then she will give him the Golden Dragon novelty mug from episode 0, I think.
So cute.
Beautiful, yeah.
Because I have that. And I'll be like, just hold on to this for now. If you were scared.
Imagine
You go to pass it.
You are going through like the most traumatic events of your afterlife, and this weird lady with feathers that's blue hands you a novelty mug.
You go to pass the. You go to pass the novelty mug that Chapman and his ghostly hands pass through the mug, and you realize he can't even grip it. But not to be outdone, you still place it on the ground next to him, and you know
Yes.
he looks like he appreciates it as you dart off.
God, this is like a tangent, and I'm sorry to interrupt, but this reminds me, there was one time where I was watching Being Human, which is like a ghost, a werewolf, and a vampire live together in a drama show, and there was one day the ghost sat down and couldn't eat breakfast, and I have never been so emotional about media than when I was like, she can't eat food. I started to cry.
Oh my gosh.
Exactly what this is, though.
That's
just-
pretty. You know,
He can't
Pretty
hold
on
this
point.
novelty mug.
He can't hold this novelty mug.
Just
Why
listen.
not?
She's like, just look at it. Just look at it. And remember, I'll be back. Okay?
this novelty mug is a token of our new friendship.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Beautiful. I love it.
Bless Ellida.
Excellent. Yeah.
I've had that in my inventory since.
Just bless Ellida.
Okay, so she is going to, where's this fucking, lines? Okay, is it, there we go. Oh, yeah. I'm gonna,
Don't forget, you gotta go through the door.
Yeah, you gotta go through the door.
But like right here, right? Like I could just like
No,
go.
the
There's
door's
a
here.
wall next to you.
I thought it was part of the. Oh. Okay. So I'm gonna go. So that's 10. That's 5. 15, and then I can go. I'm gonna go 15 feet this way, for right there.
Nice.
Oh, I need to use the actual. Okay, here we go. There we go.
I got.
There's like no line of sight on them, but you could ready your action for when they pop out.
Right.
I'm sorry, I blasted them in so I could get away.
That was reasonable.
Yeah, I'll prepare a firebolt.
Sure, just on the first mushroom man that pops out.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Excellent. And that does make it the mushrooms' turns. So the mushrooms are pretty slow, but they have enough move speed to get out of the door. So Ellida, go ahead and cast your firebolt.
Okay. And I'm gonna do that.
Ooh,
15
big
wow,
damage.
15 damage. Holy shit. Yeah. That does a lot of damage to this first mic, and it looks bloodied after that fire blast.
And can I also take off the top coat so the bottom one is ugly in case someone tries to attack me?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
I mean, taking off the top coat, like, you can still use the ability of the ugly cloak.
Just let her love her ugly cloak.
I'm just letting her know that it's still on her,
Can I make it
regardless, so she can use it.
dramatic, please? Can I make it dramatic, doll? Please.
You can make it as dramatic as you want.
She's gonna tear that top cloak off. She's gonna toss it to the side.
Just like he goes spinning off like a magician pulling off their cloak in an act. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Incredible. And the Myconids, they continue their move out. I think they're just gonna start to go ham. They're just gonna start punching. So one goes for Brennard and one goes for Cera at disadvantage. 14 to hit Cera.
Nope.
All right, both of the Myconids are unable to find purchase. They just their weapons or their fists come up short, and with that, it puts us at the top of the round with Cera.
Yeah, this one that just came out. Well, sorry, buddy. Gonna have a bad day.
The first one hits for 12 points of damage. You actually kill it with the first blow. Do you want to use the 26 for the second one?
Sure.
And you kill it with that one. So go ahead and describe your 2 kill.
Oh,
Nice.
Just as soon as they come out, Sarah just a quick 2 flicks of her wrist, and she just slices them.
Very nice, yes, and they fall to pieces on the ground. Excellent, and that's combat. There wasn't that many of these mushroom creatures in this room, and it seems like only a few, those 2 were mature. And now that they've been slain, the Reliquary falls silent once more.
oh.
Brennard is definitely going to head back in and look around at that stuff now.
Well, I'm sorry. Are we
Absolutely.
not going to talk about the giant mushrooms?
Weird shit happens in labs.
Mmm.
And they're dead.
So-
What's there to talk about?
Brennard, I mean, they got out of here and attacked us.
And
We
now
don't
they're
know if
dead.
there's maybe. Okay.
So, Brandon, you go back into the room.
Yes.
Jesus Christ.
Make me a Constitution saving throw as you go into the room with the poison gas.
Oh, damn it!
Oh, God.
14.
Apparently, it's Brennard's turn to be unhinged.
Yeah.
Brainerd has chosen to be feral today.
You you take 4 points of poison damage as you take like another hearty whiff of the poison. You sense that the several of the large mushrooms that didn't come alive are actually producing the poisonous gas into the air. And you get the sense that maybe hanging out in this room would be bad for your health on a long-term basis.
Then I'll try to hold my breath for the last, while I examine around and kind of give this room a once-over.
Sure, go ahead and make me an investigation check.
Come on, big money, no whammies. Nice.
Nice. You look around the room and you get the sense that this maybe was at one point like a small herbalist's like alcove. And in fact, as you're looking, you do see that there like was a table in here that like was set up for brewing potions, and it looks like whatever was going on here has been left to rot, and several of the potions and the chemical concoctions have flown down off of the work table onto the ground, and you get the sense that that's maybe combined with something from the crack that may be where the myconids came from.
Does anything look like it's still usable in here?
No, it looks pretty worn to time at this point. You do find maybe a couple scraps of like paper in here, and they're all like they're journal entries for or research notes rather from one Tybalt Hyman. And actually, looking at the painting, while destroyed, it does seem like that is who this portrait was of, Tybalt Hyman.
Could I maybe from the notes, like, re-roll on our last potion to see if I can figure it out?
Sure.
I'll take a 22.
22 Arcana, nice. Yeah, I think putting it together, you realize that it is a potion of growth.
Ooh, okay. All right, and Brennard will exit. Looks like it was a lab of, and he kind of points to the torn up painting. And it says, not much of use there, though. Looks like most of the chemicals have spilled out. That said, figured out who made these potions.
Well, that's good. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
They didn't hurt you too much?
Yeah, a few fumes here and there, but, you know, same stuff you get working in any lab.
Alright. We should go back to Caden.
Who?
Oh, right. Well, we found a ghost child that was crying. Caden wasn't a child, right? Caden was like a
Young man.
young man.
He's like, yeah, like late teens, early 20s, young man.
Okay.
Young man.
Yeah,
There's a
Melu's just
place
gonna
you can go.
start making their way downtown. Back to Caden.
We're back.
Oh my gosh,
here?
Ellida.
You return to the room. At first, it's empty, and nobody's in there. But then, as like a few moments pass, as y'all are kind of waiting, and he becomes visible again. And he goes, "Well, what happened? What was that?"
Just a couple of fun guys.
They didn't
Mushrooms.
sound very. They didn't sound very fun to me.
Well, no, they weren't. And now they're dead.
Don't worry, Brennard lifts up his arm with the shield, and the goblin face on it kind of animates, and he goes, "This guy screamed at him. It's all good."
Wow, you all must be pretty strong.
Brennard does like a little flex.
You all remind me of my friends a little bit. In fact, you really remind me of somebody, and he points to you, Melu. But I can't put my finger on it.
Oh shit!
Melu is just like, do you happen to be thinking of Ruvan?
Oh yeah, I remember them. They were very mysterious. I never really went on many missions with them.
You went on missions with?
Yeah, we were my friends, we were part of this group. There was a lot going on back then, and we tried to help, but I wasn't able to, and so my friends died, and that's why I'm here.
Oh.
But you mentioned before about them taking your friends again. So could you explain what you meant by that? Like what happened the first time?
Yeah.
It was my fault that they died. If I had been maybe a little faster, and you hear his voice like start to crack, and he begins to get emotional. Tears are welling in his eyes once more, as he's talking about this.
It wasn't. I know it wasn't your fault. You cared too much. We just want to know what happened so we can help.
Yeah.
It's my duty to watch over my friends, and I've failed them again. But you all are strong. Maybe you could help. Maybe you could help my friends.
Try to
Yeah.
help.
Yeah. How can we help?
I don't think my friends would want to be like that. It's like the things that we fought on the battlefields. I don't think they would want to be like this. And he starts to crack up again.
Okay.
I don't know where he took them. They got up and walked out with him, and they went out the corridor. But I hid. I didn't see where they went.
They went out a corridor.
They went out that way, and he pointed to the double doors.
Cera goes, There's an entire other wing to this place that we haven't fully investigated yet. I'm going to assume that's probably where they went.
Melu will nod. Say, that seems reasonable.
Well, the top door was like hidden behind that portrait, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so Brennard's gonna check the other portraits and see if there's any other hidden doors behind any, like kind of knock and check if the walls are hollowed out.
Absolutely. Go ahead and make me an investigation check. Does anybody assist Brennard as he
Yeah,
looks around?
Melu will start helping Brainerd do that.
Absolutely. Go ahead and make that investigation check at advantage.
24?
Oh, very nice. Yes, you do. Like knocking on the walls, you find that most of them are pretty sturdy and solid, but you do get the sense that there are two false paintings in this corridor. You get the sense that one here is, and the statue or the painting of Cornelius Brightburn is. The other painting is of Virgil Jules, funnily enough.
Brainard's gonna point this out, and since Melu was helping, maybe he'll grab this and tell them to grab the Cornelius Jules one.
Okay. Melu will grab the Cornelius Jules one.
So grabbing at the paintings, they do not budge off of the wall. Go ahead and both of you make me investigation checks, though, as you get real close to them and are taking a look at them. And who is looking at which one?
So I was looking at the top, and Melu was looking at the black Brightburn, and then Melu was looking at Jules.
Okay, so Melu, you notice that in the That's the caption on this one is Virgil Jules, Artificer of Legend, and he's working on some kind of device in the picture, but it doesn't look completed. And the picture of Cornelius Brightburn, it's like one of the larger, more regal paintings. He's not wearing his battle regalia in this, and with the 16, I think you noticed that there is something off about the painting. But you're not 100% sure what. It looks, there's something about the perspective or something. It's definitely funny to you. But you're not sure what. And as you both go to pull the paintings off the wall, they are stuck fast and hard, and they do not budge.
Melu will look at Brennard and be like, yours isn't moving either, right?
Nope.
Melu very quietly gets their axe out and is like looking at it, kind of considering. And then we'll kind of try to get the blade of the axe between the wall and the painting to see if they can like nudge it in there to see if they can pop it off.
Sure. As you're kind of looking for a seam for the painting, you do find it is pretty flush with the wall. Go ahead and make me an investigation check, though.
Okay.
10.
Ooh.
Yeah, you don't find any point of purchase for your blade to slip in like between the wall and the painting. It's almost like they're like fused together.
Okay. Melu kind of stares at it for a good while, and then goes, Does anyone know how to like mess with stone?
Can I use like sleight of hand to try and find like a mechanism with my thieves tools, maybe that like is operating some sort of door?
Sure. Are you looking? Which door are you looking at? The artificer door or the Brightburn's door?
Brightburn.
Sure. Go ahead and make me a thieves tools check.
Okay. And then this also has an additional, because I now have tool expertise. This is now plus an additional 3 because I double my proficiency bonus. So that's a 17.
So 17. Nice. I'm going to say with the 17 then, as you're investigating the painting further, you do notice that there is written kind of like almost like sewn into the background of one of the image of this one. There is almost, it looks to be like language. And I think in a flash you realize that there's probably some kind of trigger word to get this painting to open.
Something maybe probably in my toolkit somewhere I have like almost like a jeweler's lens, like something to put on my eye to really zoom in close. Can I make out what any of the words are?
What languages does Brennard speak?
I have Common, Goblin, and Orc.
It does not look like this speech is written in any it's written in any alphabet that you recognize.
Okay. Ellida, can you come over here?
Yeah. She looks over at Kate and goes, I'll be right back, okay?
He gives you a nod.
And
she goes,
Brennard will also tell Melu, like, it looks like there's writing on mine. See if you can find any. And
Melu starts looking for writing.
yeah, he'll hand his little eyepiece to Ellida, like, listen, I know the other things were in Celestial. Maybe you can check if this is. I have no idea what that looks like, though.
yeah, sure. And she uses it the wrong way at first, and whatever way you can use it the wrong way,
she
she
makes
does
it
that.
look smaller.
Yeah, she's like, whoa. Oh wait, other way. Okay. And then she looks, is it in Celestial?
That's really good. Actually, let's do Melu first. So Melu, go in and make me another investigation check with this new piece of information.
Okay.
18.
18.
You don't notice any words written on this one. However, now that you're have been told to pay attention to see if you notice anything more, you do start to notice that hidden in the background there are what appears to be like the silhouettes or shapes of different gears, and you recognize that there is a gap in the device that Virgil is working on that would fit one of those gears. Ellida, when you look at the painting where Brennard is pointing, at first you don't see it, but then after a moment your eyes adjust and you realize that it is words written in Celestial. The words read, oh shoot, where is it? Give me 1 second. The words read, "Prayer to the flame opens new paths."
Okay. She's gonna say out loud in comment, "Prayer to the flame opens new paths."
Nothing happened.
Can you try the prayer that you said before again?
Yeah. So she comes back and says the
Shamala hamala.
Shamala Hamala. Shamala Hamala. She goes back. Let me go back on my note. She says, again, in Celestial, "O Divine 3, guide us, shape us, send us to the end."
As you speak in Celestial, the chiming of the bells, you see the portrait bells in the background begin to animate to your speech. And as you finish speaking, you hear a creak and the painting shifts open into a corridor.
Yo!
We got one open.
Gears?
Beautiful. Sorry, go on, Melu.
Yeah, Melu's like, there are some gears. So does it look like something I could like touch and move? But it's just part of the painting, right?
It's part of the painting, yes. It's like painted into the background using like perspective illusions and like kind of hidden in the foreground and stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Melu's gonna try and touch the painting gently.
Or any place in particular?
On one of the gears, the one that they think will fit into the machine, and then the machine.
Yeah, absolutely. As your hand kind of hesitantly comes up to the painting, you go to like your fingers are like hovering just above it, and then you figure out what the heck, and you push down, and as you do so, you feel a moment of tension, and then a click, and a button presses, and you see the door creak open, and you are met with a
Uh-oh.
The what?
Met with a what?
met with a
Timbo?
corridor. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
We're all like, oh god, Timbo got taken out.
Yeah, I thought you like lost your internet for half a second. I was like, oh no!
And y'all are met with a similar corridor of rough hewn stone. And I think with that, I think we're going to go ahead and call the session there with new ways to explore for next time.
All right, Brennard's definitely giving Melu the high five they deserve.
Yeah,
I do
Melu's
have a-
high-fiving him back very excitedly.
I do have a question because I'm scared I won't remember it in 2 weeks.
That's
Yeah,
fair.
go for it.
I would like to take Caden with us. If I could have, is there any way to have Caden fuse with an item? Or live in an item that I can carry
Please
around?
don't do that to him.
I mean, Caden
Politely.
will be happy to accompany you all. In fact, he might be accompanying you now, and he's invisible, and you might not even know it.
I was gonna say, Sarah stayed
I do
behind
know,
to,
like, I think
comfort
Melu's Cleric of the Grave, though, is about, like, making sure undead are put to rest for real, so...
Yeah, they've been. That's on their mind.
Okay. I was like, we just better check that with Melu. I don't know if they will appreciate us taking the ghost with us.
Yeah, no, they understand that Caden maybe has something he needs to do here, but they do want him to pass on peacefully eventually.
I like maybe not like fuse like permanently, but just like sit in, you know, like you could. I don't know, like I just want to take him. I just want to take him with
She's a
me.
ghost, not a guppy at a fair.
Oh
No, I
my
just want to take care of him. I just want to take care of him. Like I want him. He's crying by himself. I don't want to leave him alone.
Raich has wanted a pet this entire time, so she's
You
trying to get
can't have a ghost as a
ghost.
pet.
No, I just thought it would be really cool. I like ghost companions.
No, you're valid.
I just want to collect them as you see. So
I'm teasing you, but I'm with you.
Oh, thank you. Okay, cool. No, the opposition. No. Anyway, maybe somebody will remember that. Maybe I will. Maybe you'll all tell me the same thing again, but we'll see.
I mean, I think it's safe to say that Caden is tagging along. Caden joins the party.
Yeah. Good.
Amazing. Excellent. So before we wrap for the night, thank you again, everybody, for coming in out. Thank you again to everybody, all the lurkers, chatters, everybody hanging out. I super appreciate it. Let's go around one last time so everybody can find out where they can follow and observe my wonderful cast. Galaxy, why don't you go first?
I'm Jess or Galaxy. I'm doing amazing. You can find me on YouTube at Just Galaxy, and then you can also find me on TikTok at Galaxiebot. And you can the words Galaxy is always spelled. Galaxy is always spelled with an IE for me.
Perfect. Next, Mystrich, why don't you go?
My name is Mystrich. I use he, him pronouns. I play Brennard. I also stream on my own channel, twitch.tv/Mystrich. And I apparently stole Galaxy's ability to do an outro.
You did. Fine.
Amazing. Raichkyu, why don't you go next?
And Raichkyu again. Oh my god. You can find me live on Thursdays, Fridays, Saturdays, typically on twitch.tv/Raichkyu. And sometimes I goof around on Twitter.
Perfect. Last but certainly not least, Domino.
I'm Domino RBG. You can catch me on twitter.com/DominoRBG and streaming part-time at twitch.tv/DominoRBG.
Fantastic. Again, thank you so much for coming and spending time with me and hanging out with me tonight. I super appreciate it. We're going to go send the raid on over to GM Hina, who is doing Ravnica camp.
Ooh.
Timbo cut out.
So go, so yeah, make sure to go show her some love. She's a very good dungeon mistress. What were you saying, Mick?
Oh, I just said ooh. Ravnica.
You had cut out.
Yeah, Ravnica's great. Yeah, but thanks again, everybody, for coming and hanging out with us. We are going to be live again next, the 24th, I think. What's the next date? I know we had this figured out. 24th?
Yeah, 24th. And then after that, there's some unassuredness, because apparently Dom and my mom both have the same birthday, and it's going to be that second week mark, so...
Wait, Tom's birthday
We'll
is
have to-
February!
No,
I don't have a birthday.
sorry. Me and Dom's mom both have the same birthday.
Wait, but your birthday's in January, miss!
No, like my mom and Dom's mom have the same birthday. Momino and Mom Rich have the same birthday.
Incredible. All right, amazing. But yeah, so we'll be back July 24th with the next episode. And we hope to see you there. But thanks again, everybody. We will talk to you all very soon. Bye, everybody.
Bye!